Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in this particular video we are going to create this awesome full stack Next.js portfolio website from scratch. We are going to use Next.js, MongoDB and Tailwind CSS. Now the first thing and very important thing is that this is not a static website. Now this is a fully functional full stack. We are going to have a particular separate backend, you can see that, and this is basically admin view. Now this admin view, because this is an individual portfolio website, so you are the only person that can access this particular admin view, right? And whatever data you are having here, all of this data is customizable. All right, now this website can be very useful if you are currently in college, let's say in second year, third year or fourth year, or let's say if you want to basically switch a job from one company to another company, and in that case this project can be very useful. So let's see how it will look. And first let's go to our admin view. So obviously you will have a username and password, and let's first log in here. So I'll give my credential Sangam123 and here I'll give Sangam2023. If I log in here, so it will basically go to the tab view, and here we'll be having different sections. So we're having home, about, experience, education, project, contact and logout. Now you can see that we are having this heading text and the career summary. Now whatever you are seeing here, based on that this data will automatically change. Now let's see if I try to change this one from development to design, and let's add this info. All right, now this will be automatically saved. You can see that if I now refresh this, so this data will be automatically reflected here. Now this can be extremely useful because you don't have to change your data every time. You can see that now this is getting changed to design, and this is basically the career summary that you can add here. Let's go to our about section. Here we'll be having about me, your like whatever you are currently working, the number of projects you worked, what is the number of experience, clients and your skills. So now let's go to this about section. So you can see that we are having this client, projects and this experience. If I try to change this one from 5 to 10, let's add this. So this is updated. If I now try to refresh this, you can see that we'll be having here this updated data, which will be 10. So you can see that now this is updated here. Here we'll be having this image, and then on the right side we'll be having all of these skills here. Now let's say I try to delete some of the skills. Let's say I try to remove this Node.js. If I go here and remove this Node.js from here, let's add this, and if I now refresh this, and you can see that we will be basically having the updated data. So you can see that we don't have Node.js. If I try to add it back, let's say I'll add here Python, and let's add this. Let's go here and refresh this, and you can see that now we will be basically having this Python. Alright, so this is how it will look. Now next we are having experience section. So here we'll be having this position, company that you are currently working, duration, location and job profile. And if I go here, you can see that we are having this timeline component, where on the left side we'll be having my experience and on the right side we'll be having my education. So the same will go for this education section. Alright, so you will be having that degree, year and the college name. Alright, now let's try to add a new experience here. So I'll go to experience view, and let's add here like manager, software manager. Alright, I'll give here Amazon, duration, any data I'll give. Based on that later you can change. I'll give here USA, and this will be software manager. If I try to add this info, so this will be automatically added. So this is added here. If I try to refresh it here, so you can see that you will be basically getting the updated data here. Alright, so you can see that you are getting updated data here. Now next let's go to our project section. So here we'll be having project, so the project that you have worked, project name, what are the technologies that you used for that particular project, website and the link to the GitHub, and this is how it will look. So you can see that we'll be having these sliders kind of thing. So if I scroll this one, you can see that this will basically show the progress. If I try to add a new project sorry, so I'll add here project 5, technologies I worked, React.js let's say, and I'll give the same link here. So I'll paste it here and I'll give here YouTube. Let's make this one as YouTube clone. Alright, now let's try to add this one. So this will be now added. If I now refresh this, you can see that that new project will be added automatically here. So we are having a 5, and if I scroll this one, so you can see that we are having YouTube clone. and at the end we are having very interesting section, and that is the contact me. Now here you will think that okay, now this is a dummy form, but this is not. So what will happen, whenever some person will visit this website, they will type name, message and email here, and they will send this message. Now because you already have admin panel, you are having this contact section. You can see that now whatever person already contacted you will be having all the information. Let's say I try to contact you, so I'll give my name here. What you can give, we can give here Mike. I'll give mike123@gmail.com, and I'll give a message like I'm hi there, this is Mike, I am very much impressed by your profile, I would like to talk about one of the projects that I am currently working. If I now send this message here, you'll see that this message will be sent. You're getting this here. If I go here now, once you log into your admin dashboard, if you refresh this, you will be getting this updated. So if I now go to this contact section, now you can see that you are getting data on this Mike. So hi, this is Mike, I'm very much impressed, and all the message and everything. So this is what exactly we are going to build, and for this one we are also going to implement framer motion. I'm pretty sure that you will learn a lot of things. If you like this particular video, give a like, comment down, and please subscribe to my channel. Let's get started. So the first thing what we are going to do, we will be start working on this particular backend app. And also another thing, I'll add the GitHub code in the description, so you guys can download or basically fork whatever you like. And also please give a star if you like this particular project. So let's get started, and good luck. Hey everyone, and welcome. So the first thing what we are going to do, we will be starting with the admin view. So you can see that I already created one project here. So the first thing, we are going to install all the packages that we need. So the first thing is that we need the material UI. We also need this Bcrypt.js, framer motion, Mongoose, React Slick and React Scroll. So now let's copy all of this and let's open another terminal here. And here I'm going to install all of this. Now you can see that we also going to use MongoDB. So I created a MongoDB database here. So the first thing, we are going to connect this MongoDB. So let's click on this connect, and let's click on this MongoDB for VS Code. Now here you are going to get this URL. Let's copy this. Let's go to our code, and we'll start with first creating this database connection. So we'll create one folder here. Not here, we have to create inside this source, and we'll create here database, and this will be index.js. Let me minimize this. Alright, so first thing, we are going to import Mongoose from Mongoose. Now let's create our database connections. We'll do export default function connect to DB. Alright, and this will be a async function. Alright, so here we are going to do try. This will be await mongoose.connect, and we are going to pass this URL that we are having. So yeah, let me just copy this, and here I'm going to use my password. So I'll remove this and we'll paste it here. So this is my password. Let me format this. We also have to take a catch block here. So we'll do catch, and we are going to just log this error. Here also let's log something like console.log database connected successfully. Alright, so this is all about the database connection that we need. Now, as I already showed you in the demo, so because this is a full stack portfolio app, so in the admin side, you are the only person that should have access. So any other person can't access the admin dashboard. Alright everyone, so now the next thing what we are going to do, we will be first start working with the admin view. So in the admin view, we will be having the tabs here, and then each and every tab is basically associated to a particular section. Also, after completing this functionality, we have to integrate the login functionality, because from the admin side, because this is a personal portfolio project, so you will be the only super admin that should have access to this admin dashboard. So that part we are going to do later. So the first thing, we'll start with creating our folder here. So let's go to inside app and I'll create another folder and let's give this one name as admin, and here I'm going to create page.js. So we'll make this one as use client, and here we'll do export default function admin view. Alright, so here let's return div. Also we are having this menu items here. Alright, so menu items is basically we have to create the tab view. So let me just create the menu items. So here we'll start with the ID. So the first ID will be home, then we will be having a label of home. For each and every tab view we have to create a component. For now this is fine. Let's copy this and we'll paste it. So this will be about and this will be about. Now another thing, for the admin view we are not going to use much styling. So this one will be experience, this will be experience. Next we are having education and this will be education. After that we will be having a projects, so we'll do project, this will be project, and at the end we will be having contact, so this will be contact. Alright, now we are going to basically map these menu items, and based on that we are going to render. So we are having this div here. So for this one let's take a class name. So we'll do border B, we'll do border gray 200. Now inside this we are going to take a navbar. So here we'll take a class name. So we'll do minus MB 0.5, we'll do flex, justify center, and we'll do space x of 6. Alright, now here we are also going to use a role, and this will be tab list. Let's format this. Now inside this we are going to render this menu items dot map. This will be item, and here we are going to return a button. So the first thing we are going to use a key here, and this will be item.id. Alright, then we'll do a type as button, we'll do a class name. So for this one we are going to use some simple class name. For example, let's take this one as a padding of 4, we'll do font bold, and we'll do text Excel. I think this will be fine, and we'll do text black. That's it. Alright, now next thing we have to basically render this item dot label here. Alright, so after this we are going to take a div. Let's take a class name here, and we'll give a margin top of 10. Let's save this and let's see what we are getting. So we'll go back, let's go to our admin view. So we are getting this one. This is fine. This part we have to remove from the global CSS. So let me just remove all of this from here. Okay, now next thing, for each and every section we will be having a separate component. So we'll go to source and we'll create a folder, and let's give this one name as components, and here we'll be having another folder. Let's give this one name as admin. So this is admin view, or let's make this one as admin. Sorry, let me just delete this. So here I'll create a admin view, and another one will be client view. So here we are going to create some folders. So the first one will be our home, then we will be having about. So this is basically each and every section here. Then next we are having education, then let's create experience, then we will be having contact, and also we'll be having project. So I'm quickly create all of this. So we'll do index.js. So let's make this one as a client component. So this will be export default function admin home view. So we're going to return admin home view. Let's save this, and now I'll copy this and I'll paste it in each and every folder. Okay, now let's change all the names. So this will be admin about view. Let's keep this content for now. This is fine. We are going to change all of this. This will be admin contact view. This will be admin education view. This will be admin experience view. All right, and this will be admin project view. Awesome. So now we'll go back and then we'll go to our page.js. Let's close everything else, and here I'm going to pass another component property, and this will be our admin home view. I hope you're getting. So you're passing this component here. So this will be admin about view. Next we are having admin experience view. Next we are having admin education view. Next we are having admin project view, and also then we are having admin contact view. Alright, so here now we'll do a margin top of 10, we'll do a padding of 10 here, and now what we can do, basically we'll do a menu items dot map. This will give me item, and now here we are going to check if this item.id is equal to current selected tab. So this one will be a state that we are going to create. If the current selected tab is equal to admin, so we are going to render the item.component. So let's create this one. So we'll go to the top and we'll create state here. So this will be current selected tab, set current selected tab, and for the first time always this will select the home view. All right, so now we'll copy this, and we are having this button here, so we'll do on click, and here we are going to make this set current selected tab is item.id. all right, so now let's go to our this about view, for example, and let's make this one as about. Okay, we'll copy this, paste it here. Let's go to experience, copy this, paste it here. We'll go to projects, we'll copy this, paste it here, and we are having also contact, so we'll copy this and we'll paste it here. If I now go back, so we are having admin home view, admin about view, experience, education, project, and contact. So this is fine. Now I think the main structure is done. So now what we are going to do, we will be basically having the form for each and every section, and then we have to start working on each and every section one by one. So first start with this home page. Alright, so the first thing what we are going to do, we'll go to this admin view, and here we are going to create another folder, and let's give this one name as form controls. Let's create index.js. So this will be a client component. Here I'll do export default function. Let's make this one as form controls. Alright, now this will return. Here we are going to get some of the props from the parent component. So the first thing we'll get the controls, we'll also get the form data, and also we are going to receive the set form data. Alright, and here what we are going to do, we'll do controls.map. This will be control item. Let's return a div here. Let's give a class name. So we'll give a some class name of margin bottom of 4, and here we are going to use a label, and we are going to render control item dot label. Let's give a class name for this one. So we'll do a block, we'll do text gray 700, we'll do text sm, we'll do font bold and MB of 2. After this we are going to take a input here, and let's take a class name for this one. So we'll do a shadow. Alright, we'll do border, we'll do rounded, width as full, py of 2, px of 3, text gray 700. We'll do leading light, sorry, not leading light, we are going to do tracking, we'll do normal, or let's make this one wide. For focus we are going to make the outline as none, and focus we'll do shadow outline. Alright, now after this we are going to use a placeholder here, and this placeholder will be this control item dot placeholder. We'll be having a type which will be control item dot type. Alright, we also will be having a name which will be control item dot name. We also will be having ID which will be control item dot this will be also name. We are going to having a value which will be form data of this control item dot name. Alright, and at the end we are going to having a on change which will give us an event, and here we are going to use this set form data. This will destructure the already form data, and this will be we are going to do control item dot name which will be equal to event dot target dot value. That's it. So for each and every section we are going to pass some controls, and these controls will map and automatically it will generate this input. So the first thing we are going to start with this home component. So let's go to our home component, and here the first in the home component we will be basically having the following things. So the first one will be, here we'll be having the main heading text. We also will be having the summary, so that you will be able to basically modify. So let's see how that will work. So first thing I'm going to create the controls here. Now I will create only for this home. For others I'll just copy from I already have in the readme file, because or else it will be like very time consuming. Alright, so here what are the things you have to pass? You have to pass a name which will be a heading, then we'll be having a placeholder which will be enter heading text. Alright, we'll be having a type which will be text, and also we'll be having a label, and this will be enter heading text. So now let's copy this and we'll paste it again. Here this will be summary, and here this will be enter career summary, and this will be same for this one also, and type will be text. Alright, now here what we are going to do, remove this, we'll use a class name here. So for this one we are going to do width as full, and then inside this we'll take another div here, we'll do a class name, we'll do a bg white. We are going to use the hex code only, we'll do white, we'll do shadow md, we'll do rounded, we'll do px of 8, pt of 6, pb of 8, and mb of 4. Alright, now inside this what we are going to do, we'll call this form controls, and we are going to pass these controls here. So let me just check what is the name we are passing. Sorry, I think I have imported from a different thing, not here. We have to import it from controls from this form controls. So here we have to take the controls which will be these controls. We also have to pass the form data. Alright, now these form data we are going to manage from the parent component, which will be basically this admin component. So here what I'm going to do, so in the admin component we will be having different state for all the others a tab form data. So what I'm trying to say is basically, let's say currently you can see that we are having here 6 tabs. So we are having this home, about, something like that. So for each and every tab we will be having a form data that we'll be managing from this parent component. So here we are going to take a state here, and let's make this one as what we can do, we'll do something like home view form data. So this will be basically related to this home view. I hope you are getting. And this will be set home view form data. Alright, This will be use state of, we'll create some initial state here. So we'll create something like const initial home form data, and here we are going to pass the heading as empty, and we'll do summary as empty also. So this will be our initial form data, and this we are going to pass it here. Now in this home view we are going to now pass this as a prop. So we'll pass this form data as this and set form data as this set home view form data. I hope you are getting. So this one will be receiving in this component, and at the end this will be passing in this form control. So this will be form data, which will be form data. Same, we'll receive the set form data. So we'll receive set form data, and this one we are going to pass it here, and this is done. Now let's save it. So now what we are going to do basically in this component, so let's go to our admin home view. Alright, so after this we are going to take a button, and let's make this one as add info, and here we are going to use a class name. We'll do border, what we can do, we'll do green 600, we'll do a padding of 4, we'll do font as bold, we'll do text as, we'll make this one as 16px, and I think for now this will be fine. Also let's give a margin top of how much, 10px. Let's save it. Let's see what we are getting. Awesome. So now you can see that we are getting enter heading text, headings, career summary, and this is the button. If I now go to different view, so this is different. So here whatever you will be entering, the same will be reflected in our main client view. If you see here, if I now log this form data, you see this will be automatically handled. So I'll do copy this, and let's go to our console. Now let's see here what we're getting. So you can see that this is the object. So I'll type something here, you can see we are getting the value. I'll type something here, we are getting the value here. This is fine. So now the same thing we have to do it for about, experience, education, project, and this contact section is different. So this I already discussed in the demo section. For all of this we have to now create these form controls. Alright, the form controls I basically mean this one. So what I'm going to do, I'll just quickly create these form controls for all of this. I will obviously add this code in the GitHub, so you can basically directly fork it. If I now write it manually, it will obviously take a lot of time. So let me just copy all of these form controls for each and every section, and then we'll start working on the API route sections. Alright, so let me just quickly add those. Alright, so as you can see that I just added all of these controls. So for about, we are having about me, number of projects, years of experience, number of clients, skills. Similarly for educations, we will be having degree name, year, and the college name. Then same for experience, and also the same for will be the project name, technologies that you work for that particular project, website, and the GitHub. Now what we are going to do, we'll go to home, and we have to basically follow the exact same structure. So we'll copy this and we'll paste it for each and every section. So we'll paste it here in this about. Here we have to just import it, and also we are going to receive this from the parent component. So we'll copy this and we'll pass it here. So let me just do it for education also. Then we have to do it for experience, and also you have to do it for project. Alright, so now let's go to about section. So let's copy this part from here and we'll paste it here in the education section. We have to import these form controls. Here instead of controls, let me make this one as controls. Same, let's go to experience, we'll paste it here. We have to import form controls, and we are going to make this one as controls. Let's go to project, same, we'll paste it here. Let's import form controls, and also this one we are already having controls. Now let's save it. So now what we need to do, we have to go to this main page .js file, and here we are going to create. Now we only have created the state for this home page, we have to create for all the other pages. So let's paste it here. So this will be about, experience, education, and projects. So we are going to make this one as, sorry, this will be about, and this will be about, then this one will be experience, and this will be experience. Then we are having education, then this one will be also education. Alright, same, this will be project, and this will be project. Now let's also create the initial state for each and every section. So this will be about, experience, education, projects. So this will be initial about form data. Now let's go to our about page. Now for about, what are the things that we are having? We are having about me, so this will be empty. Then we are having number of projects that we worked, so this will paste here. Now obviously based on your convenience you can change these controls. All right, this will be year of experience, this will be empty. Then what we are having number of clients that we worked till now. Then we are having skills. So let's copy this and let's pass it here. Then we have to create for experience, so this will be experience. Then this one will be education, and this one will be project. Alright, so now let's go to our experience section. So we'll go to experience page. Here we'll be having position, so this will be position. Then we'll be having company that we worked. Then also we are having the duration that we worked. Alright, next we are having the location you worked, and next we are having the job profile. Alright, so now next we'll be having for education. So for education we'll be having degree. Then we are having the year, and at the end we are having the college. Alright, now at the end we'll be having the project. Now for project we'll be having the name, so this will be the project name. Then we are having website, and then we are having the technologies that we worked. Alright, and at the end we'll be having the GitHub link. Alright, now let's pass it here. So this will be our initial experience form data, this will be initial education form data, and this will be initial project form data. Now all of this now we have to pass it here. So now let's let's take it from here. So form data will be, now this will be about view form data. Set form data will be set about view form data. Here form data will be experience view form data. Set form data will be set experience view form data. Then we are having for education, so here form data will be education view form data, and set form data will be set education view form data. Next we are having the project. So for project we'll be having this will be project form data, and set form data will be set project view form data. For contact section we no need to pass any state here because we are not managing any form. So let's now go back and let's see what we are getting. We are getting some error, GitHub is not defined. Alright, so here we have to give it this. So here now let's go to about. We are having about page, experience, then education, project, and here we don't have anything for now, and everything is working fine. Alright, so now next thing what we are going to do, we will be start working on the models, or basically the backend. So here inside source I'll create another folder. Let's give this one name as models. First we'll start with the home. So you're having home.js, then we will be having for about.js, then we'll be having for education.js, then we will be having for experience.js, then we will be having for project.js, and also we'll be having for user, or basically the login. So we'll create for now user.js. Alright, so now let's start with the home. Now in the home section we will be basically having the two things. Let me just close everything else. First we are going to import mongoose from mongoose. and here we're going to do const home schema. If you already follow my content, you already know that I already created some more projects on Next.js, so by this time you will be able to create this schema very easily. So this will be new mongoose.schema, and here for this we are having heading, which will be a string. Alright, also we'll be having a summary, so this will be also a string. Here we are going to pass a timestamp as true. This is all about the schema that we need. Now next to this one is home. This will be mongoose.models.home or mongoose.model of home, and here I have to pass the home schema. That's it. Now we'll do export default. This will be home. Now the same exact thing we have to do it for all the other places. So here we'll paste it. Same we'll do it for experience. Same do it for education. Then we'll be having for projects. Now for about, for each and every section, definitely we'll be having different schema keys. So how we are going to take it? So you can easily take it from here. So let's copy it from here and let's paste it here. So this will be about. So we're going to make this one as about schema. Sorry, this will be about, and here we are going to pass it here. So this all will be string. This will be string. This will be string. This is also will be string, and skills will be comma separated string values that we are going to discuss. I'll pass it here, and this will be about. This will be about. That's it. Now let's go to our experience. We'll copy this from here. We'll go to experience, paste it here. Again, this all will be string only. Let's copy this. Alright, here. Now this will be experience, and we are going to pass it here. Sorry, we have to do it experience schema, and this will be experience. That's it. Next we are having for education. So education we have only 3. So we'll paste it here. Again, this all will be string. This will be string, and this also will be string. This we are going to make this one as education schema. Alright, this will do education, and these two also will be education. Exact thing. At the end we are having projects. So we'll copy this. We'll go to project section. We'll paste it here. This will be also string. All will be string, and this will be project. Okay, here this will be project, and done. Alright, now for user, so for user what we are going to do, for now we don't have any functionality, but I'll show you what exactly we need to do. So for this one, this will be user schema, because we only will be having one super admin, that is my credential. Alright, so this is a portfolio application. So this will be user, this will be user, and here we'll be having username, which will be a string, and also we'll be having a password, which will be a string. That's it. Alright, so now we have created all the models. Now let's start working on the API part. Now for API, basically let me just create the folder. So we'll create API folder here. Now for each and every section we will be basically having 2 APIs. One is to add the info, and second one will be to get the info. Now I'm not created any update API for now for some of the sections, because that will obviously take some more time, and if you want you can definitely add those functionalities. But I believe that for now adding and getting the data will be more than enough. Alright, because definitely this is a portfolio application and you are not going to change the basically the data, most of the times you will probably change like once or twice in a year. All right, so here we are going to create all of these folders. So we'll create a home, next we'll create about, next we'll create experience. We are also having we are having project, and we are having education. Also we'll be having for login. All right, and at the end we'll be having for contact also, but for now we'll not do anything for now. We have to first start with this home section. So here again we'll be having two folder, one will be to add and second one will be to get. All right, because for home, about, education, experience and project, for all 5 sections this add and get will be exactly same. So what we are going to do, we will be creating in one place, and the rest of the place we are going to basically copy paste the same structure, only the schema or only basically the model part we have to change. So let's see how we are going to basically do that. So let's start with this home section. So let's create our route.js here. All right, now here the first thing what we are going to do, we'll do import connect to DB, and also we are going to import next response from next/server, and here we are going to import the dynamic property which will be force dynamic. Now here for each and every add section will be a post request, because you have to save the data into our database. So we'll do export async function. Let's make this one as post. Here we'll get the request and we'll do a try block and catch block. So here we'll do log error and we are going to return next response.json. We'll do success as false and we'll do a message which will be something goes wrong, please try again. All right, so now here first thing we have to do await connect to DB, and then we are going to extract the data. So we'll do extract data, and this will be await request dot json. All right, now here we are going to do const save data, and this will be await. So you have to import home, because this is for the home section, so we'll import from model. So you can see that we imported from model. So this will store the heading and the summary, and we have to do create, and here we have to basically pass this extract data, and here we'll do if save data. If this is true, so that means data is saved successfully. So we'll return next response.json, and here we are going to make the success as true, and here we'll show something message like the same message will show like data saved successfully, as simple as that. Else we'll do the same message that we are showing here, that something goes wrong, please try again. Now if you noticed here, this logic whatever we are doing here, these will be exactly same for all the other section. For experience, education, doesn't matter. For each and every section we have to first extract the data, only this part, this model will be changed. So for home it will be about, experience and education. All right, I hope you are getting. Now next we'll do one thing, we'll copy this add part from here and we'll start with this about sections. We'll paste it here. Now I'll go to route, instead of this home we just have to make this one about. See, as simple as that. Now let's remove this home section. Now let's copy this add from here and we'll paste it experience in the education and also in the project. Now here instead of about we just have to make this one project. We remove the about, let's go to experience. Here we have to make this one as experience, and here we have to make this one as education. So we'll do education. That's it. So this will basically do this will basically complete the functionality for the add. Now same thing what we are going to do, same will be for get. Now for get what we are going to do, this get will be like much more simpler. So here inside get I'll create only one, rest I'll just copy. So I'll do route.js. Now here again we are going to import connect to DB here, and now we'll do export const dynamic, this will be force dynamic, and here we'll do export async function, this will be get request, and here we'll get the request, and here what we're going to do, we'll do await connect to db, or let's make a try block here also. So we'll do try, we'll do catch, we'll log the error, and we're going to return next response dot json. We'll do success as false, and we'll do message something went wrong, please try again. Here we're going to do await connect to db, and we'll do const extract data, and this will be await. For home, it will be home from model dot find, and we are going to basically find all the data that we are having. That's it. And if extract data is true, so we are going to return next response dot json. We are going to do success as true, and we are going to pass data as this extract data. Else, that means something went wrong, so we'll just copy this and we'll use the same. Alright, now if you noticed here, again for the get also, only this part will change, rest everything will be same. So I'll copy this and I'll paste it in all the folders. So I'll paste it here, paste it, let me just copy it again. We'll paste it here, same we'll paste it for about also. So for about, this will be about. Alright, for education, okay, let's go to this get. This will be for experience, we are having experience, and next we are having for project. I don't know why this is not taking, let me just check. Okay, now it's taking. So here this will be project, and also will be having for experience we have done, and this is for education. That's it, this is done. So now what is the next step, what we are going to do? So we'll be creating common services. Now in the services file, basically we'll be having we can basically create one services file. So let's create a folder here. So we'll create services, and here we'll create one index.js. Now here we'll do export async function, and this will be add data. Alright, now here what we are going to receive, we are going to receive the current tab. So current tab is basically, if we are in the about, we are going to pass about, experience, education, project, contact, home, based on that, and also we're going to pass the form data. Alright, so here we'll do a try, we'll do catch, we'll just log the error here simply, and here we are going to basically do const response, this will be await, and here we'll do fetch. So this will go to /API/ and here we are going to pass this current tab. Sorry, this will be current tab. So if you see here, current tab is basically this name, about, contact, education, experience, and home, and then we are going to go to the add folder. I hope you are getting. And here we are passing method as post. Also we'll be having a headers, so we'll do here content type as application/json. Alright, and also you're going to pass the body, and this will be json.stringify, this will be form data. Now here we'll do const result await res.json, and we're going to return the result. So this is about the add data that we need. Now next we have to basically create another one, and that will be for the get data. So export async function, this will be get data, and here only we need the current tab. Again we are going to do try, we'll do catch here, we'll just log the error, and here we are going to do const response await fetch. It will go to /API /current tab /get. Here we are going to pass the method which will be get, then we'll get the const result. This will be await response.json, sorry, this will be result, and at the end we are going to return the result. Sorry, that's it. So this is all about the services that we need. So we've completed a lot of things. We've created all the routes that we need. So now in the client side we have to basically save all of this data. Now you noticed here for this home section and about section, because if you noticed here, for experience we'll be having multiple experiences, for education we'll be having multiple education, for projects we'll be having multiple projects, but for about and home section we'll be having only these two part which is fixed. So in this case also, let's say I want to update this header text, so I will be have to create an update part also. Alright, so that we are going to create. But for this education section, if you want, you can definitely add a update API route, but for now I will be only creating the add one. But if I think like I can also add the delete, so that we are going to check later. But first let's see what is happening if I try to save all of this. Alright, so now let's close everything else. Let's go to our admin and this page view. Now we have to basically start working on the adding this particular. So now what we are going to do, basically we'll create another method here. So let's create another method. We'll go here, let me just minimize this. So we'll create a method here. So this will be async function, this will be handle save data. Alright, so now here we are going to create a data map, and this data map will be for each and every section there will be a data map. So we are having home, so for home we are having this home view form data, for about we are having about view form data, same for experience, education and project. So this will be home view form data. Then we are having about, this will be about view form data. Then we are having education will be education view form data. Then we are having experience, this will be experience view form data. Then we are having project, this will be project view form data. Alright, now what we are going to do, you have to pass this handle save data in each and every menu items. So we'll pass it here. So this will be handle save data for each and every section. Alright, so we'll pass it here, we'll pass it here, same for project. Now what we are going to do, we'll go to each and every section now. So let's start with this. Let me just close this API, go to components, we'll go to admin view, then we'll start with this about. So this about will now receive this handle save data as a prop, and in this button what we are going to do, we'll do a on click, and we have to basically pass this handle save data, and we have to pass the current tab. So if it is a about view, so the current tab will be about. I hope you are getting. Next, go to education section. So here also we'll receive this handle save data, and now we'll pass this on click, and this will be handle save data, and this will be education. Next, go to experience. So this will also receive handle save data, and here we are having on click, so this will be handle save data of, this will be experience. Alright, next we are having home. So in this home also we are going to pass this, and then we are having on click, so this will be home. Next we are having project. So here we are having this project section, so we do on click, we'll pass it, and this will be project. Alright, so now everything is done. So we'll save this. Now what we are going to do, we will be basically able to get the current tab, because we are already having this state here. You can see that we are having this current selected tab. So now here what we are going to do, we'll do const response, this will be await add data. So you can see that this we have imported from services, and here we have to pass the current tab. Now current tab will be this current selected tab, and here what will be the data. So now data will be this current this data map of this current selected tab. So currently if this is home, so this will be data map dot home, which will be this value. If this is about, data map dot about, this value. This is education, in data map dot education, so this value. So now what we are going to do, we'll do data map of current selected tab. Okay, and now here what we are going to do, let me just log here this response, and let's see what we are getting. So let's save it. Now we'll go back here and let's paste it here, and we'll do that. Hi, this is a dummy heading text. Okay, this is my career summary. Let's try to add it, and let's see what we are getting. So this is still pending. Let's wait for some time. Alright, so this is now 200, and here we are getting something went wrong. So let's see what is the error here now. We are getting some MongoDB error. Let me just rerun this. Let me refresh this. Alright, so let's add it again. So the issue was basically I have given wrong password in my MongoDB, so that is the reason it was not connecting. It was giving auth error. So now I just changed the password. So let me just give, this is a dummy, sorry, this will be dummy heading text, and this is my career summary. Now let's try to add now, and let's see what is happening. Alright, so you can see that now data is saved successfully. If I now refresh this page, and here we should basically get the data now. So we are getting homes. So we are having, this is a dummy heading text, and this is my career summary. Let's go to now about, and here I'll give some dummy data for now. Later I already have this data in my readme, so I'll just replace it while working with the client side. For now I'll just give some dummy data. Here projects I'll give 10, number of experience 5, number of clients 30, skills I'll give now React.js, and here we are going to give in a comma separated Next.js, MongoDB. Then we are having CSS, and we are going to Tailwind CSS. Now let's add this. Let's see. So we are getting data saved successfully. Let's refresh this. So we are getting home, then we are having abouts, and here we are having this data now. Now let's check for experience section also. So we'll give some dummy data for now. Here dummy position. Then your company will give Google, duration 2020 to 2023, location India, job profile software developer. Let's add this. Our data saved successfully. Let's refresh this. So we are having experience, and here we are having the data now. Alright, so now same will be for education and projects. Let's add some, let's say Netflix clone. This is React.js, some dummy website for now. We'll keep it like let's take some Netflix website. So we'll copy this, and we'll use the same here. Let's add it. So now data saved successfully. Let's refresh this. So we're getting now projects also. Alright, now same will be for education. So we'll go here, give BTech 2013 to 2017, college name ABC, College of Engineering. And let's add this, and you can see that now data saved successfully. I think I have saved 2 times, and I think if I now go to education, you can see that we are getting 2 data, so it's working fine. Alright everyone, so the most of the things are done. Now there are some things we need to do. So once this data saved is successful, you have to reset all of these forms. So let's do one thing. Let's go to our main page, and here I'll create another function, and this will be reset form datas. So here what we are going to do, we'll start with first. So set home view data will be initial home view form data, then set about view data will be initial about form data, then set experience form data will be initial experience form data, then set education view data will be initial education view data, and then set project view data will be initial project view data. So here we are going to do if response dot success is true, so we are going to call this reset form datas. Also on tab change we have to do the same. So here also we are going to call reset form datas. Now we also have to get the list of datas on page load, so we have to create another method here. So I'm going to create async function extract all datas. Alright, now here what we are going to do, on each and every tab change we are going to get the current data for that particular tab. So this will be const data will be await, and this will be get data, and here we have to pass the current tab. Now current tab will be this current selected tab. Alright, now here what we are going to do, we have to basically check, and let me just show you another thing. So for this one first I'll take another state. So I'll do here const all data and set all data, and this will be use state of null. Now once this we will be basically getting the data, so that means data dot success will be true. So we'll do set all data will be so let's make this one as empty object. So we'll do all data, and then we are going to basically pass this data here, or else what we can do, so basically each and every time we'll change the tab, we have to basically set the data of that current tab. I hope you are getting. So instead of doing like this, what we can do, we can simply do like this current selected tab will be, that means the current selected, if it is about, so this will be about home experience education, something like that, and this will be data and data dot data. All right, so this is one thing. Now every time we'll save this data in the database, so data saved will be successful, so you have to get the data, extract the data. So this is another thing. Also you have to get the data on page load, so we'll do use effect, and we'll pass this current selected tab as a dependency, and here we'll pass this extract all datas. Alright, now if you notice one more thing for this home and about, because as I already told you, we don't have multiple home section and about section, because this will be always fixed for this about section. If I go to about, you can see that this will be always fixed. So in this case, what we have to do on page load, if the data is already present, we have to pre-render the data here. I hope you're getting. So you can see the data is already present. So what we can do basically for this home and about section, we can do something like this. So you can check if this current selected tab is equal to home, and we can basically check if data and data dot data and data dot length, sorry, this will be length, if this is true. So what we can do, we can basically do set home view form data will be this this will be data and data dot data of 0, because we have to take the first element. Same we have to do it for about view also. So if this is about, so this will be set about view data of 0. And now if I now save this, and let's see what is happening. Alright, so I don't think we are getting anything. Let me just check what is happening here. So let me just log here. So we'll do all data, and also we'll do home view form data, and we'll see what we are getting. Let's save it. So I think we are getting the data here, but something is wrong. Let me just check what is happening here. So we're doing current selected is home and data and oh sorry, we have to do it for response. That's why. So we have to do response, same will be here also. Here and here. Alright, and let me just check. Oh sorry, I think we have done in the wrong place, so that is the reason. we have to do it inside that extract view tab. Let me just cut it from here. We don't have to do it here, we have to do it here. So here this will be data only, that's the reason. Or let's make this one as a response, and we'll change this one as response. Alright, if I now save this, let's see. Alright, so now you can see that we are getting the data here. So if you now want to update this, we will be able to update. If I now go to about, see, now we are getting the data here on page load. And if you change this one, so let's go to experience. So now let's see, now we are getting based on experience, we are getting the data here. If I now go to education, and we are getting data based on education, so we are getting education 2 data. If I now go to project, and you can see that now we'll be getting based on project. Awesome. So now only for home and about we have to basically update, because these all can be array of objects, because we can have multiple experience, multiple education, multiple projects. Currently we will not implement any update for now, so let's say only one time you can add one experience. If you want, you can definitely add update, but for this home and about section we have to add the update route. Alright, so let's create our update route here. So we'll do update for this about. Let's create our route.js. Alright, now here first thing we are going to import connect to DB, and then we'll do export const dynamic equal to force dynamic. This will be export async function put. We're going to receive the request. We'll do try catch, and now here first thing we are going to await connect to DB, and we'll do const. Now we are going to do extract data, and this will be await request dot JSON. And here what we need to do, basically we have to update the specific things that we want to update for this particular section. So we'll do const, and we can basically extract the ID. So based on ID we need to update, and this will be about me. We have number of projects, then we are having year of experience. Alright, next we are having number of clients, next we are having skills. So this we are going to get it from extract data, and then we are going to do const update record or something like that, or let's make this one as update data. Now this will be await about dot, and this will be find one and update, and here we are going to pass this ID as this ID that we are having. Alright, next we are going to pass all of this, and here we'll do new equal to true. And what are the things we have to pass? We have to pass this, and we'll pass it here. Alright, now here after this we'll do basically if this update data is true, so we are going to basically return next response dot JSON. So we'll do success as true, and we'll do a message of updated successfully. Alright, else we are going to return. So we'll copy this, so this will be false, and this will be something went wrong. Something went wrong, please try again. So same thing we are going to basically return here. Alright, and let's log this error also. Alright, now let's save this. So now same thing we have to do it for this about home section also. So we'll copy this one from here. Let's go to home section and let's paste it. Now instead of all of this, we only having heading here, and we are having summary. These two things, and these two things we are going to update here. Rest everything will be same, only difference will be this will be instead of about, this will be home, and this is done. Now what we can do, we can go to our services and let's create another one. So I'll copy this and we'll paste it here, and this will be update data. Alright, and each and everything will be same. So we have to pass the current data and the form data, and instead of update add, this will go to update. Now let's save this. So this is done. Now we'll go to our page.js, and here we are going to take another state, and this will be const update set update. So this will be use state of false. Now when this will be true, if this data is already present here, if I now go here, you can see that this data is already present, so that means this is in the update phase. So what we can do, we are already doing here this set data, we can make this set update as true. Alright, and same thing we can do it here, set update as true. So now what will happen, when the update will be true, instead of add data, we have to call the update data API endpoint. So we can check if this update is true. So we'll do await, and this will be update data, or else this will be add data, and here we have to pass the same thing. So we'll pass it here. That's it. So now let's save this, and now on page, on tab change, you have to make this set update data as false again. Alright, and I think this is done. So now let's see what will happen. If I now, let's say, try to change this onto dummy updated text data updated, and if I now try to add this, so we're getting one error. Let's see what is the error now. So we're getting API/home/update. This method is not allowed. Let's see. We are having API/home/update. I think this is fine. Let's see what is happening in the services. Sorry, this will be put. Alright. Alright, now let's see. So we'll make this one as updated. Let's try to add this. See, now this is updated. Let's go to about. So we'll make these number projects from 10 to 20, and if I try to add this one, and you can see that now this is updated. If I now refresh this, we are getting updated data. If I go to about, we are getting updated data here. So this is fine. So now what are the next thing we need to do here, because this can be multiple, so what we can do, we can simply render the record here. We don't have to do anything else here. Alright, if you want, you can render, or else that is also fine. So now what we can do, basically we can go to our main page, and then we are already saving this all data here. So now what we can do, we can go to this menu items, and in this one we can pass the data as this all data dot experience. Alright, let's copy this, and this will be for all data dot education, and this will be for all data dot project. Okay, so now if I now go to each and every section, so let's start with this experience. I'll close everything else. So now this will receive this data here. Alright, now let's do one thing. So after this, we'll take a div here, we'll take a class name, we'll give margin bottom of 10, or let's make it inside this. And here what we are going to do, we'll do data and data dot length if this is true, or else this will be null. So we are going to render data dot map, we'll do item, and we'll return div here. Alright, and here we will simply render something like, let's say, what are the things we are having for experience. Let's see. So we are having here item dot position. So we'll take some paragraph. So we'll do item dot position, then we'll do item dot company 345, we'll do item dot duration, location and job profile. Duration, location and job profile. Let's make this one as class name. We'll do flex column and gap of 4. Also we'll do border padding of 4, and we'll do let's make this one as border green 700. let's save it. Let's see what is happening. So you can see that we are getting the result here, and this, I think this is fine for the admin view. Just to check, the same thing we can basically copy this, and then we can go to our education section and we can render it here. So this will also receive the data, and now instead of this one, we have to do degree, year and college. So this will be degree, college, and this will be year. And if I now save this, so now let's go to education. So we are getting data here. This is fine. Now next thing what we can do, we can copy the same thing again. Alright, and here we can do the same thing for project section also. So we'll go to project and we'll paste it here, and this will be data. So this will be the name of the project. What else we are having? I think we are having the technologies, website and GitHub. Technologies, website, and this will be GitHub. Now for this one, what we have to do, if this item.technologies and or I think for now this is fine because this is the admin view. I think this will be enough. Let's go to our project. Let's see what is happening. So you can see that we are having React.js, Netflix zone. If I try to add another one, let's say Amazon clone, we'll add some, same thing, we'll add React.js, we'll add this one, and let's add this one. If I try to add this one here, we are getting the updated data here. Alright, so I think this is all about the admin view we need. So we are having about, then experience, education, and the project section. So now we need to start working on the login authentication. So because as I already told you, for this one we will having only one user. So what we can do, let me just refresh this one here, and then here I'm going to create let's create something like, we'll create here collection, and let's make this one as user. Alright, and let's create here. So you can see that we are having this user. So this user is basically this user that we are having here. Alright, so now let's insert something here. So I'll do here username, and let's make this one as Sangam123. Let's add another one, and we'll do password, and we'll make this one as Sangam2023. So this is the only one user and password. This will be for yours that you can basically manage. And if I do insert here, so now this will be, you can see that this is inserted here. Now based on this user, we have to basically handle here. Now what we are going to do in this admin view, one very important thing we need to do, and the first thing is that now if I now close everything, and you have to take another state here, and this will be auth user, set auth user, and this will be equal to use state of false. Alright, so now what will happen, we'll go to our component section. Let's go to admin view. I'll create another folder here, and let's make this one as login. This will be index.js. We'll do use client, and this will be export default function login, and we are going to return here login. Let's save this. What will happen if the user is not authenticated? So they will not be able to access this admin view. So we'll do here, if this auth user is false, that means we are going to return this login here. If I now save this, let's see what is happening. You can see that we are having login here. So now for this login, we are going to create some controls. So let's go to our home page, and we are going to use the same structure that we are having. So I'll copy this, I'll paste it here, and here I'm going to import these form controls. Now this form data we will be receiving from the parent component. This will be set form data, and we have to also create the controls. So we'll do controls, and here let me just copy it from here only. So we'll paste it here. So this will be username, enter username, and this will be password. All right, now this will be type of password. That's it. Let's save this. We are getting username undefined, so that we need to manage. So we'll go to our main page, and here we'll create another state. So we'll go here and let's create here const login form data, set login form data. This will be use state of initial login form data. So we'll copy this and we'll do const initial login form data will be username will be empty and password will be empty. Alright, now this form data we are going to pass as a prop here. So we are having this login form data, so we'll pass this form data as this one and set form data as set login form data. Let's save it. Alright, so now you can see that we are getting enter username and enter password. So that means what we need to do now, because this is only a super admin is present, because this is your personal website, what we need to do, you have to enter this username and password. Now obviously we have to hash this password, and based on that we have to check if the user is currently accessing the admin view, whether the user actually knows the credential or not. So that means you are the only person who will be able to access this. So let's see how we are going to do that. So for this one you will go to API, and I think we are already having this login, and here I'll create a route.js. Now here this will be a post request, so let me just copy it from somewhere. So we'll use the same thing from here, and we'll use let's go to route, we'll paste it here. Now obviously we have to change some of the things. The first thing what we need to do, we have to extract. So we'll do extract, let's directly extract from here. So we'll extract username and password from this request.json. And now here what we need to do, basically we have to basically check the current user. So what we can do, we'll do const check user, and this will be await user dot find one, and here we have to pass this username. All right, this username that we are passing here. And if this user doesn't exist, so we have to return something. So if this user is false, so here what we are going to do, we'll copy this and we'll return that this is false, and we'll show something like username is not exist, username is not present, please try again. Now next we have to hash the password. So look, hash password, and this will be await. We have to basically import hash, and then we have to basically pass this check user dot password comma 12. Now this check user dot password is basically this password here. All right, so we are hashing the password. Now we will do const check password if the user is entering the correct password or not. So we'll do await, we'll do compare, and here we'll pass the password and the hash password. All right, and if this is false, if this check password is false, that means you are entering a wrong password. So return that wrong password, please try again. All right, if nothing else, then only we are going to simply return that login successful. So we'll remove this, we don't need this one. So we'll return this is true, and we'll show login successful. That's it, and I think this is done. All right, so now what we need to do, we have to go to our services. So let's go to our services, and we'll create another here. So I'll copy this and I'll paste it here. So this will be login. Now here we only need the form data, and this will basically go to API/login. This will be post JSON stringify form data. This is fine, and I think this is done. So now what we need to do, we have to basically handle this and this login. So we'll go to here and we'll pass a method here. So handle login, this will be handle login. So here I'm going to create this. So this will be async function handle login, and here we have to go to this page. We have to pass it as a handle login, and here instead of this we have to pass this on as handle login. Now what we'll do const res, this will be await login, and here we have to pass the login form data. Alright, and let's see what we are getting in this response. So this will be login. Let's go back. Now let's go to our console. So I'll give login here. So you can see that I'll give Sangam123 and Sangam2023. So I'll give Sangam123 and Sangam2023. If I try to add this on here, let's see what is happening. So username is not present, we are getting. So there is some issue. Let's see. So we'll go back to our here route and let's see what we are doing. So everyone, the problem was actually in the name, so you have to make this one is users, not user. Alright, so I just modify this one from user to users and use the same credential here. So if you see now, because everything is actually correct here, we don't have to make any change. So let's see if I now refresh this page, and let me give here Sangam123 and we'll give Sangam2023. Let's add here. So you can see we're getting login successful. But let's see if I give something like 1236. If I try to add this one, username is not present, and if I try to give a wrong password here, so you can see that we are getting wrong password. Please try again. So this is working fine. So now what we can do, we can basically check here if this res dot success is true. So we are going to make set auth user as true, and also we are going to store this one in session storage. So we'll do auth user, and this will be json.stringify, and what we can do, we'll make this one as true. And now every time when the page will load, we have to basically get this one from the session storage and we have to set in the state. So we'll take use effect here and we'll basically take empty dependency, and we will basically do here set auth user will be this will be json.parts session storage dot get item, and we'll make this one as this auth user. Alright, now save this. Let's see what is happening. So now I'll refresh this page. I will give here Sangam123 and Sangam2023, and let's make this one also let's make this one as add info, login, not add info. So we'll make this one as login. So now if I try to add this one here, let's see what is happening. See, now you're going to this page, and if I now refresh this, we will be navigating to this particular section. So you're getting all the data. Let's add this logout also here. So now we'll go to our main here and we'll add another menu here, logout, something like that. So we can add here only basically. So we'll do here or not, we don't want to make here. Let's do one thing. What we can do, I think we are having this snap section here, we are already having flex. So after this we'll take another button here and we'll do this one as logout. Let's see how this is coming. So we're getting logout here, this is fine, and use the same class name. Now on click, what we are going to do, so on click we have to do two things. We'll make set auth user as false, and we'll do session storage dot remove item, we'll do auth user, we'll remove it from the session storage. Now let's save this. So now let's see if I try to log out, it's going here. If you now try to access, it will be in this page only. If I now go Sangam123, Sangam2023, let's log in. Now it's going to here, you will be able to update. So now let's try to update this on to 30. Let's add here. So you're getting 30. We'll go to experience, education, project. We are getting data here. Let's log out. It's going to this admin view. If I refresh this, it will be in this page only, and everything is done. So admin view is completed. So now we have all the data. So we'll be start working on the client view. We have to basically fetch this data from, and then based on that we have to render in our client view. Now see how easy that is. You don't have to change every time in your code. You just have to log in your admin view, and based on that you will be able to change the data, and the same will be reflected in your client view. So let's start working on the client view. Alright everyone, so we have completed the admin view. So now let's start working on the client view. So you can see that I'm in the home page. So now let's remove all of this. So I'll just take a div here. Let me remove this one also. So you can see that in the components view, we are already having this client view. Now the first thing what we are going to create, we will create a common layout page here. So we'll do common layout, and inside this I'll create index.js, and this will be another client component. So we'll do export default function. This will be common layout, and here this will receive the children component as a prop. So we'll do children. Now what this will basically return. So here we are going to return this. So the first thing is that we have to basically check the path name, and the reason is because we'll do here use path name. So let me just import it. So we'll do import something from this will be next/navigation, and this will be use path name. All right, and here inside this client view we are going to create another folder, and let's give this one as navbar, and let's create index.js. So we'll do this one as use client, and this will be export default function navbar, and for now we're going to return here div, and this will be navbar. Alright, so here what we need to basically check if the path name is equal to, or let's take something like this, is not equal to /admin. So for admin view we don't want to render this navbar because we are having a different view for the admin view. So in that case we are going to basically render this navbar component that we are having, or else we'll render nothing. And then after this we are just going to render these children here. Now this common layout page we are going to render in our main layout.js file. So here I am going to cut it from here. The reason why I created this one, because this navbar will be common for all the time, although we can definitely pass it here also, but I think that is also fine here. So now here what we are going to do, sorry, we'll take this common layout, and then we are going to pass this children. If I now save this, now let's go to our main layout here. So we are having this page.js. So here we are having the, let's say, home page. If I now save this and let's go back, we are having navbar and the home page. Now similarly, because we are having this admin view, we are having all this section, home section, about, same for you have to create it for all the client view. So I'll quickly create all of these components. So first thing we have to do home, then we are having the about, then we are having the experience, then we have to create the project section, and at the end we are having the contact section. Alright, now here let me quickly create all of these components. So we'll start with this home. So we'll create here index.js, and here I'll do use client, and this will be export default function. This will be client home view, something like that. And here we are going to return div, and we'll do client home view. Let's save this. Now what I'm going to do, I'll copy this and I'll paste it in all the places. So I'll paste it here for experience, for about, and also for project. Now let me just change this one. So this will be client project view. This also will be we'll copy this. This will be client project view. Next we are having experience, so this will be client experience view. Now although we are having this both experience and the education at the same part, so what we can do, we can basically change this one to experience education, or this will be also fine. So we can basically give a client experience and education, something like that. View, so we'll copy this and we'll pass it here. Next we are having contact, so this will be client contact view, so we'll pass it here. And also we are having the about, so this will be client about view, so we'll copy this and we'll pass it here. Now I'll go to our main page.js, I'll close everything else, and here we are going to pass all of this. So first we'll pass client home view, then we are having client about view, then we are having client experience and education view, then we are having client, I think we have to also make this one for project, so this will be okay, we are already having, so this will be client project view, and at the end we are having client contact view. If I now save this, so we are having client home view, about view, experience education view, project view, and contact view. Awesome. Alright, so now we have to basically get the data here. Now let's make this one as a we'll make this one as a server component. Alright, and here we are going to call the API, although we are having different services file, but I think here also we can directly do. So we'll do this one as a async function, extract all datas, and here we'll do const response, this will be await, we'll do direct fetch. And now here what we can do, for each and every section we have to get the data. So here we have to get it for home, about, experience, education, project, for all the sections. So here what we can do, we can basically go to slash, we have to also make this one as a localhost because we are calling from the server end, so we'll pass it here slash API, and then slash, here we have to pass the current section, so this will be current section. Alright, and this will be slash get, and here we are going to pass this one as a method, this will be get, and also we are going to pass cache as we'll do no store. Here we'll do const data equal to await res.json, and we are going to return the data. That's it. Now what we are going to do, so here we'll do this one as a const home section data, this will be await get, what is the name, we have to do extract all data, so we'll do extract all data, and this will be home. Then same we have to do it for all the sections, so 2 3 4 5, so we have about, then we are having experience, then we are having here education, and here we are having the project. So we'll make this one as about, this one will be experience, then we are having education, and then we are having project. Alright, so now what we are going to do, basically here or let's do one thing, here we are going to return data and data. I think this will be better. So now for each and every section we are going to pass the data, so we'll pass here data, which will be our home section data for this one. I hope you are getting. Then we'll copy this, we'll pass it here, same for here, here, and here. Now for this one, because we are having two sections, one is experience education, so we'll make this one as experience data, and then another one will do education data. So this one will be about section data, this will be education section data, this will be experience section data, this is project section data, and I think for contact we don't have to pass anything, and I think this is fine. So now we will go to each and every section and we'll receive the data as a prof here. So receive here, same for experience. Now for experience we are having two things, we're having education data, and also you have to get the experience data. Alright, next we are having project, so project also we are having data, and then we are having home, for home also we are having data. So this data is basically this all data we are passing here. Now let me save all of this save all. And now I think we are getting some error here. Current section is not defined. Okay, we have to get it here. So now let's go to any section. So let's go to home section and we are going to log this data. So this is our data, client home view, and let's see what we are getting. So we'll go here, and now let's go to our console. See, we are now getting the data here. So this is the data we need, right? So now what will happen, for each and every section we'll be getting the data here, so we just have to render the data. So the first thing what we are going to do is start working on this navbar component. So this is the main common component we need, so we'll start with this one. So let's go to our navbar component first and let's start working on that. So we'll go to our navbar and I'll close everything else here. Now here the first thing what we are going to do, we'll be having a menu items here, definitely. So we'll create the menu items. So we'll do menu items, and here this will be ID as home, label as home, and we'll copy this. So we'll paste it 1 2 3 4 5. So this will be about, and this will be about. This will be experience, this will be experience. Then this will be project, this will be projects. This will be contact, and this will be contact. Alright, now here what we are going to do, basically we are going to create the menus here. So I'll create a helper component here. So this will be create menus. Alright, now here what we are going to do, before that let's create the main structure. So I'll remove everything from here, and here what I'm going to do, I'll take a header component. Alright, now for this one, inside this we are going to take a navbar, and here let's take a class name. So we'll do max w screen excel. We're going to do px of 6, we'll do sm px of 8, then we'll do large px of 16, we'll do mx of auto, we'll make this one as grid flow column, we'll do py of 3 and sm py of 4. Also we have to basically set the current active link, that the current one that we will be clicking. So for this one I'll take another I think we are getting some error here. Okay, we have to close this. So we'll take some state here. So we'll do this one as active link, set active link, and this will be use state of, we'll make this one as home for the first time. Alright, also we are going to do this one as another, we'll take, this will be our scroll active, set scroll active, and this will be use state of false. Here we are going to take a use effect. Alright, and now we'll do window dot add event listener, we'll do scroll here, we'll take a callback, and we'll do set scroll active will be true when window dot scroll y will be greater than 20. Alright, now here in this header we are going to take a class name. So we'll do class name, we'll do class name here, and we're going to make this one as fixed. We'll do top as 0, we'll do w full, we'll do z as 30, we'll do bg white, I think bg white is fine. Now before that, another thing we need to do, I forgot, sorry about that. So I already created some Tailwind CSS config, so that I'll just quickly copy from there and I'll paste it. Now I'll obviously not write all of this line by line, so I already created those, so I'll just paste it, and those custom classes we are going to use throughout this client section. Alright, so as you can see that I just copied some of the classes that we are going to use. So mainly we are going to use this bg green main class most of the times, and we have some other classes also. So now I'm going to use the same here. So this will be bg white, and this will be the custom class 500. Alright, we'll do transition all, And also here we are going to basically check if this scroll active is true. So here we are going to use this shadow md, we'll do pt of 0, alright, or else we'll do we'll just remove this, or else we'll do pt of 4. Awesome. Now next, inside this nav, what we are going to do, we'll take another div here. Now we are going to take a class name, we'll do call start 1, we'll do call end 2, then we'll do flex, and we'll do item center. Alright, now inside this we'll take another div here, we'll take a class name, we'll do cursor as pointer, we'll do flex, gap of 2, we'll do font bold, we'll do item center, we'll do text as 20px, and we'll do text green main. So this is the class that we are going to use most of the times. Alright, now inside this I'm going to take another div. Alright, now here we are going to take a class name, so we'll do width as 40px, height as 40px, we'll do flex, justify center, we'll do item center, we'll do padding of 3, we'll do rounded 8px, we'll do border green main, and we'll do bg green main. Alright, now inside this we'll take a span here, and we'll just take a capital P. Now inside this we'll take a class name, here we'll do text as white, and we'll take text as 25px, and we'll do font as bold. Alright, after this span, alright, and this div, we are going to take this portfolio. Alright, now let's save it, let's see what we are getting. So let me just refresh this, and you can see that we are getting this style here. So all the custom style is now applying. So this is the basically the header text we are having. Awesome. So now what we are going to do, so after this we are going to take a UL, we'll take a class name here, I'm going to take class name here, make this one as hidden. For large we are going to make this one as flex. Alright, we'll do column start 4, we'll do column end 8, we'll do text as black, and we'll do item center. Now here we are going to use this create menus that we have will be creating. So this will be create menus, and here we are going to pass this set active link as set active link. We'll pass this active link, and also we are going to pass the menu items. So this will be get menu items, which will be basically these menu items. Alright, so now all of this we are going to receive there. Now obviously we are going to create this one in a minute. So after this UL, let's take a div here, we'll take a class name, so we'll take a class name here, and for this one we'll do column start 10, we'll do column end 12, we'll do font medium, we'll do flex, justify center, and item center. Inside this we are going to take a button, and this will be something like contact me. Alright, now here we are going to take a class name, we'll do py of 3, we'll do px of 6, we'll do border of 2px. Alright, and we're going to do bg of white, we'll do border green main, then we are going to do text of black, we'll do font semi bold, we'll do rounded large, we'll do text, I think text we have already taken, let me check, we haven't taken text Excel, we'll do tracking widest. Then for this one we are going to take a hover, so we'll do hover, we'll do shadow green MD, we'll do transition all, and we're going to do outline as none. So many classes. So this is all about the button classes that we need. Now after this you have to also handle for the mobile screen. So we'll take another nav here. So that is the reason we have done this one as if you see hidden for smaller devices. So we are having this nav here. So we'll take a class and we'll make this one as fixed. We'll do large hidden. So for this one we're going to make this one hidden. For bottom we'll do 0, we'll do left 0, we'll do right 0, we'll do z index as 20, we'll do px of 4, sm px as 8, and we'll do shadow t. That's it. Now inside this we'll take a div, we'll take a class name. So for this one we'll do bg white 500, we'll do sm px of 3. Inside this we're going to take a eval, and here we'll take a class name. We'll make this one as flex w full, we'll do justify between, we'll do item center, and we'll do text as black. Now here again we are going to use the same. So we'll copy this and we'll pass it here. Alright, so now I think everything is done. So the thing what we need to do is to start working on this create menus. So we'll go here. So this will definitely receive this what are the things we are passing. We are passing active link, get menus. Okay, so we'll receive active link, get menu items, and set active link, I think. Okay, so now here what we'll do, we'll return get menu items dot map. So this will be item. Now here we are going to return this link scroll. So this we have to return from import from React scroll. So let me just do it. So we'll do import something from React scroll, and we are going to import this link as link scroll. Alright, so now here we'll do link scroll. Alright, now here what we are going to do, here we are going to basically render this item. Okay, and now we have to use some properties here. So the first thing we'll do active class here, we have to use here, and this active class will be active. Here we'll do 2 will be this item dot id. Then we'll do spy as true, we'll do smooth as true. Alright, we'll do duration, we'll do this one as let's make this one 1000, and we'll do on set, I think something like on set active here. So here we'll take a method, and here what we are going to do, we'll do set active link as item dot id. Also you have to take some class name. So we'll do class name here. Now here let's take template literals. We'll do px of 4, py of 2, mx of 2, we'll do cursor pointer, we'll do animation hover, then we'll do inline block, then we are going to do relative, this will be relative, and then here we are going to basically check if this active link is equal to item dot id. So in that case we are going to pass the that is true, we are going to pass the following. So we'll do text green main, we'll do animation active. Now these classes I'm going to add it in the global CSS, and we'll do shadow green main, or else this will be text black, we'll do font bold, and we'll do hover. For this one we'll do text green main. Let's format all of these. Now let's save it and let's see what is happening. Alright, so we are getting an error that object are not valid as if you want to render, use an array instead. Okay, so I think the issue is create menus. Okay, sorry, I think we have to render item dot label, not the object. Let's see now. Awesome. So now you can see that we are getting all of these. Now here we are using some custom class names, so you can see that we are having animation, hover or something like that. So for this one I am going to use the global CSS that I have already written. So I'll just copy this and I'll use the same in this global.css file, and I'm going to explain that what are the classes that we are going to use throughout this particular application. Alright, so as you can see that I'm using this global CSS, and here I have already added all of these classes here. Alright, so the same thing you can basically use. Now there are some of the classes that we are going to basically use in throughout this particular application for different sections. So I think that's all about this snapbar section. Now let's start working on the home page. So you can see that this hover and everything is looking very nice. If I go for this smaller device, so let me just go to the right. So you can see that we are getting on the below here. Alright, and so mobile view, I think this is looking fine, but okay, so there are some issue with this content. This is going out. So let's do one thing. Let's go to our mobile section, and here we are going to give this overflow X auto. Let's see. Okay, now this is fine. And if I go for the larger device, and this is looking fine. Alright, so now navbar is done, so let's start working on the home section. Alright everyone, so let's start working on the home page. So before that, you can see that I created a folder here, asset, and I added 2 image here. Alright, now here if you see here, so this is one of the image, and this is a AI image that I created. Now funny thing is that this is basically my image. So there is a website I just found, so what I've done, I just converted this one to this AI image. So if I just show you, so this is the image of mine, so you can see that. So this image basically I'm using here. Alright, now obviously you can change, or whatever you like, you can add your own image here, it's up to you. So now we'll go to this client view, and I'll create a folder here, and this will be an animation wrapper, and this wrapper we are going to use in most of the places. So I'll create here quickly animation wrapper, and here I'll do index.js. so here I'll do use client, and we'll do export default function. We'll do animation wrapper. Now this will definitely receive something. So the first thing, it will receive the children, it will also receive some class name, and also it will receive the props. Alright, now here we are going to return. So first I'll import from framer motion, so this will be motion, so it will return motion.div. Alright, and here I'm going to pass the children. Now here we'll pass some properties. So the first thing, we'll pass the initial, so we'll do initial as off screen. Alright, we'll do while in view, this one I'll do on screen. Then we'll do viewport, so here we are going to make once as true. We'll also have to use the amount, we'll do this one as 0.8. We'll do the class name, which will be the class name that we'll be receiving. Alright, also if there are any props, we are going to just destructure here. That's it. Now let's go to our home component. So we'll go to client view, then home page. Now we'll start working on this particular. So let's quickly create the home page. So I'll remove this one from here, don't need. And here I'm going to take a div, and we are going to use a class name here. So we'll do max w screen xl, we'll do empty of 24, we'll do px of 8, we'll do xl px of 16, we'll do mx of auto, and we'll use the id of home. Now here we are going to pass this animation wrapper. Alright, now here we are going to pass a class name, so we'll do this one as grid. We'll do grid flow row, we'll do grid flow row, we'll do sm grid flow column. Alright, we'll do grid rows 2. For md, we'll do grid rows 1. We'll do sm grid calls of 2. we'll do gap of 8, we'll do py of 6, and for sm we're going to do py of 16. Alright, now here inside this we are going to take another motion, so you have to import it. Let me just import it from here. So we'll copy this, and then we're going to use this motion.div. Now here we have to pass some variants. Now here I'm going to create a set variants, and this one also we are going to use in most of the places. Now to create a set variants, you have to basically create some config, or basically the variant. So here what you can do, you can create a function here, and let's make this one as variants. Now you have to pass some property. So we are going to return here. So the first thing we are going to return a off screen, and here we are going to pass a y which will be 150, and we'll do opacity as 0, and also to create the on screen. Alright, now here we are going to take a duration. We're going to take this one as 2. Alright, now here we are going to take this one as, and we have to return something. So the first thing, we are going to make the y as 0. Opacity we are going to make, basically we are changing the opacity from 0 to 1 here, and also we are going to pass a transition. Sorry, I think this is wrong. We have to do transition, and here we are going to pass a type. So we are going to use a spring type of transition, and now we are going to pass this duration here. That's it. This will create the variants. Now here to set the variants, we can basically take here const set variants. We'll take a use memo here, and now here what we are going to do, we'll basically call these variants, and we'll pass it empty dependency. There should not be any dependency. Alright, and let's do one thing. Let's use the class name here instead of this animation wrapper in this div. Alright, now inside this div, what we are going to do, we'll take another div here. We'll use a class name. So for this one, we'll do flex. We'll do flex column. We'll do justify center. We'll do item start. We'll do row start 2, and we'll do sm. We'll do row start 1. Alright, now inside this we are going to take a h1. Now here we are already receiving this data here, correct? Now let's do another thing. I'll go back here, I'll just log in. So we'll do sangam123 sangam2023. I'll just log in, and instead of this I'll change this on that I have creative, let's make this one creative design, creative development experience. Alright, now let's set the, let's make this one small only. Let's add this. Alright, so now here what we are going to do, we are going to basically get this data here. So this will be data dot, this is the heading. I hope you remember. Now what we are going to do, we'll do split here, and we'll split with space, and then we'll do map. We'll take here item comma index. Now what we are going to return, we'll return a span here. Now we are going to basically take a class name for this span, and the class name will be taking, so we'll take this one. So here we are going to check if this index is equal to 2 or index is equal to 3. So we are going to, for this one we are going to use a different class name, or else we'll use a different. So for this one we'll do a let's do text, we'll do green main. Alright, or else we'll do text, we'll do black. That's it. Now here we are going to pass this item. Alright, for this h1 we are going to take some class name. So we'll do a mb of 4, we'll do text 3xl. For large we are going to do text 4xl. Alright, for xl we are going to do text 6xl. We'll do item start, no, sorry, I think we don't need. We'll do font medium, and we'll do leading normal. That's it. So now let's save this. Let's see what is happening here. We are getting cannot read property of split of undefined. Alright, so now here what we can do, we can simply check here if this data, oh sorry, I know what is the reason. So because this is coming as an array, so what we can do, we can basically check here if this data and then data dot length, if this is true, or else we are going to render something like null here. Now here what we have to do data of 0. Now let's save this. Let's see. Alright, so you can see that now we are getting this on here. Now here what we can do, let's use some space here. Okay, so I have creative development experience, so this is coming from the database. Alright, so this is one thing. Now next what we are going to do, so after h1 we are going to take another paragraph here. Alright, and here we are going to do the same thing what you have done here. So we'll take this, if data length is true, or else this will be null. So we'll do data of 0 dot we'll do dot summary, and let's use the same here. Let's see what we are getting. This is my career summary. Alright, so now here let's use some class name. So we'll do class name here. What we can do, text as black, we'll do empty of 4, we'll do MB of 8, and we'll do font bold. Awesome. Alright, so now next thing what we are going to do, so after this we'll take another motion.div, and here we are going to basically render some of the class names. So let me just open this React Icons website. Let me just search for Facebook. So we are having this one, or which one to take? This, I think this is fine. FA from font awesome, I think. Let me just take it. So we'll do import something from, this will be React Icons. I think we haven't installed only. Let me just install this one. npm install React Icons. Alright, so we'll do React Icons /fa. So we'll import this one. Then we have, I think, FA LinkedIn. Then we have FA Instagram, I think. Also FA Twitter. I think these 4 will be fine. Alright, now here what we are going to do, inside this we are going to render all of this, and let's use also some class name for this one. So we'll do this one as flex, we'll do flex, and then what else, we'll do gap of 3. And now let's render FA Facebook, we'll do FA Twitter, we'll do FA LinkedIn, and we'll do FA Instagram. Now here we have to use some class names. We'll do width of 7, height of 7, and we'll do a bg green main. So let's use all of this here, here, and here. Let's see what we are getting first. Okay, so I think we are getting here, but this is fine. Let me just do one thing. I will copy this from here, and I think we have to pass this color here. So we'll pass it here, and this will be 1. And I have to do RGBA. So we'll copy all of this, and we don't need this BG. I think this is a mistake, so let me just remove this. Let's see. Awesome. So now this is fine. Let's do it like 9. Let's see how this is looking. I'll do some we'll do some custom value 40, and then if you do 40px, let's see. Yeah, I think this is fine. So we'll use the same for all of these. Awesome. So now this is done. Alright, now next thing we have to work on this. I think we can also use some some animation here also. Let's do that. So we'll do here initial, and for this one we'll do a scale. We'll do this one as 0. Let's make a animate. So for this one we'll do a rotate of 360, and we'll do scale as 1. Alright, we'll do a transition. So for transition we are going to do a type. We'll do spring. Alright, and we'll do a damping. We'll make this one as 20. Then we'll do a stiffness. We'll make this one as 80, and let's make a duration. We'll make this one as 4. This is fine. Next, what else? We'll do while hover. So for this one we'll do a scale. We'll do 1.2, and we'll do a rotate of 360. Alright, and also you can do a while tap. Now another thing I just have to check, so let me first check how this is coming. Based on that we can change it. I think this will change all of this at once, because this is we are doing in the wrapper level. We'll do a rotate here, so we'll do minus 360, and we'll do a border radius. We'll do this one as 100%. Let me just format and save this. See, this is fine, but if you want you can definitely do it like each and every time on click. I think that will work, but I think this is also looking very nice. So you can see on click this is coming. Alright, and also let's do one thing. Let's give a cursor pointer. Alright, and let me just check how this is looking if I do single each and every time. So I'll do it only for this Facebook, and let's see. So I'll cut it from here, and I'll paste it here, and now I'll I'll cut all of this, and I'll paste it for this Facebook div. So in that case I think this should occur only for this Facebook. Yeah, I think this is looking nice. Alright, so what we can do right for this one, let's create a config here. So we'll do const social icon, so we don't have to do multiple times, and here we are going to make this one as what we can do. We'll do this one. Let me just think. Okay, so we'll do something like this. We'll do a ID here, and this will be Facebook, and we'll do an icon here, and this will be FA Facebook F. Okay, and now let's copy this, and we'll paste it 4 times. So we'll do this one as Twitter. So this will be FA Twitter. Then we'll do Instagram. We'll do LinkedIn. So this will be FA LinkedIn. And then we are having FA Instagram. So this will be Instagram. Now for all of this I'm going to use this same property here. So I'll paste it here. Same for this one, and this one. So now what I'm going to do, right, so I'll just map this. So we'll do social icons dot map. So this will be item. Now what will happen, see, this will return this motion.div for each and everything. Okay, and we'll paste it here. Instead of this FA we are going to only render this item dot icon. I think what we are using. Let me do it icon. So we'll do item dot icon. All right, I hope you are getting. Also, let's use a key here. Key will be item.id. That's it. So now we don't have to do it multiple times, same thing. So we can just remove all of this from here, and this is done. So now if I now format and save this, let's see. Okay, so now this is done. All right, everyone. So after this, what we are going to do, we'll take another motion.div. Now inside this, we will take another motion.div. Now here, let's use a class name. So for this one, we'll do a width of 400 px, height of 400 px. All right, and we'll do this one as a relative, and we'll do bg green main. Awesome. Now inside this, we'll take another div here, and we'll make this one as class name. We'll do absolute. I will do same thing here, width and height 400. And then what else? We are going to use the top as 40 px. Then we'll do left as minus 30 px, and we'll do rounded large, and we'll do a border of let's do a border of 6 px. All right, and we'll do a border black. We're going to use black here. So let's format this and let's save it. Let's see what we are getting. All right, so you can see that we are getting this on here, but I think there is some problem, so you have to give here. Okay. All right, so you can see that we are getting this on. This is fine. Now next thing, what we are going to do, so in this div we are going to take a class name. We'll do this one as flex. We'll do w full, and we'll do justify end. All right, and then okay, so this is fine. So now inside this, after this div, we are going to import image from next image, and we are going to use the source. So let me just import it. We'll go here, we'll do import AI image from, so we'll go to asset, and we'll do AI image. All right, so now here we are going to use the source as this AI image. All right, we'll do alt, so this will be profile pic or picture. Then we are going to use a layout as responsive. All right, we'll do a quality as 100. We'll do a height as 300, width as 300. We'll do class name, we'll do absolute, and we'll do a top of minus 15 px. We'll do minus 15 px. Let's save it. Let's see what we are getting. All right, so you can see that this is fine. All right, so this is fine now, and this is looking very nice. Another thing, let's try once. Let's see if this is working or not. So what we are going to do, right, we'll take a ref here. So let's take const container ref, and we'll do use ref of, we'll do use ref of null. All right, now here what we are going to do, basically we'll scroll down, and then I think we are having this div. So for this div we are going to use a ref as this container ref, and for this div we are going to use a drag property, and we'll do drag constants, and this will be this container ref. All right, now let's save this and let's see what is happening. So if I now go back, and awesome, so you can see that this is working fine. So you'll be able to basically move this image here. Awesome job. So this is working fine. So I think with this this home page is basically done, and everything is done. So now let's start working on this about page component. All right, everyone, so let's start working on the about view. So for this one, what we are going to do, the first thing is that I log this value here because we are already getting the data from the API. So instead of passing like this, what we can do, we can basically check here if this about section data dot length is true, or else this will be empty. So we're going to do about section data of 0. So only the first object we are going to pass. So now let's see what we are getting. So if I now just go to inspect and go to console and let's refresh this. So we're getting this object here. You can see that we have to now render all of this. So let's start working on the JSX part. So remove from here and let's take a div and we'll give a class name. We'll do max w screen xl. We are going to do empty of 24, mb of 6, sm empty of 14, sm mb of 14, px of 6. We'll do sm px of 8, and for large we're going to do px of 16, and we'll do mx auto. Alright, now here we are going to import the animation wrapper, and for this one we are going to take some class name. So we'll do this one as rounded, we'll do rounded large. We'll do w full. We'll do grid flow row. We'll do display as grid. Alright, we'll do grid grid columns 1. Then we're going to do for sm, we'll do grid calls 3. Alright, we'll do py of 9. We'll do divide y2. Alright, for sm we are going to do divide y2, or let's make this one as 0. And what else we are going to do? For sm we are going to do divide x of 2. For this divide we are going to use this color, so let's use this one. So we'll do has 0d b760. Alright, and now here we are going to do bg white 500, and we'll do z index of 10. Now here also I think we can directly use our this class. Let's make this one as divide green main. Alright, and this is fine. Now what we are going to do, you have to render this list of projects and those things. So for this one we'll create a data here. So let's create a array here. So we'll do about data info, something like that, and here I'll take a name. So name, or let's make this one as label. So we'll do clients, and the number or value will do, value will be basically this data of this number of clients that we are having, or else this will be 0. Now let's paste it 2 more times. So we'll do this one as projects, and this will be number of projects, and at the end we are having experience. So this will be year of experience. So this will give me the this about data info that we'll be getting from the API. So now what we are going to do, we'll basically map it. So we'll do about data info dot map. This is info item, and here what we are going to do, let's return motion dot div, and we have to import motion also. So let me just import it. So do import something from framer motion, and this will be motion. Alright, now here what we are going to do, we'll use a class name. So let's use a class name, and for this one we'll take template literals. We'll do flex item center and justify start, and here also let's take index. So we are going to give some based on some index property, we are going to give some different styles. So the first thing we are going to check if this index is 0. So in this case what we are going to do, we'll do sm, we'll do justify start. Alright, or else here we are going to do if index is equal to 1. So for this one we'll do sm justify center, Alright, or else what we can do, we'll just do sm justify int. So one will be on the first, the middle one will be in the middle, and the last one will be at the end. So that is the reason we are doing this calculation. Alright, and after this we are going to take some more styles. So we'll do py of 4, we'll do sm py of 6, we'll do w8 divided by 12, we'll do px of 4, sm w auto, we'll do mx of auto, and we'll do sm mx of 0. Alright, here we are going to pass some other properties. So let's pass a key, which will be our index, and also we are going to pass a custom property here. Now this custom property will be basically the duration that we'll be creating. Sorry, not duration. So this is a duration property we can give, which will be 2 plus this index that we can pass. That's it. And now we have to basically create the variants. Now for variants, I think we have already created in our home, so let's use the same. So we can go here and copy these variants from here, and we'll paste it here. If you want, you can also create a common function for this. And at the end, what we are going to do, you have to basically use this. You have to set the variants, we'll pass it here, and you have to import use memo. Now what we are going to do, we are going to pass these variants as this set variants. Now here inside this, what we are going to do, we will take a div here, and let's take a class name. So for this one, we'll do flex m of 0, w of 40, and sm w auto. Now here we'll take another div, we'll do a class name of flex column, and here we'll take a paragraph, and we are going to render this info item, and this will be dot value plus, and here we're going to pass a class name. So let's use a text of 50px, and we're going to do text green main. Also we'll do font bold. Let's format this, and after this we'll take another paragraph, and here we are going to render this info item dot label. And for this one also, we are going to use a class name. We'll do text as 25px, and we'll do font as bold. Let's write it, and also we're going to do a text of black. Awesome. So now let's save it. Let's see what we're getting. Alright, so this is fine. Now you can see that we are getting the data here. So we are having 30 plus client, 30 plus project, and 5 plus years of experience, and this is looking nice. So now what we are going to do, basically we have already, I think I have already used this image here that we are having, about me image. So this one we are going to basically render. Alright, so now what we can do, so after this we have to take another div. Let's do one thing, I'll just divide these two parts. So I'll take another div here, and for this one we'll take a class name, and here I'll make this one as w as full, and we'll do flex, and I'll just paste it inside this. So now I'll save it. Alright, so now this is fine. So now what we can do, we can now go here, and after this div we can take another animation wrapper, and here we'll take a class name. So we'll do pt of 6. Alright, now here we'll take a div, we'll take a class name, we'll do flex column, then we'll do justify center, we'll do item center, we'll do row start 2, and we'll do sm row start 1. Alright, now here we'll take a h1, and here we are going to basically render the heading of this particular section. So that will be basically the heading text, that whatever you want to add. So for this one I'll take a heading text here. So let's set a const heading text, and this will be something like, let's give why hire me for your next project, something like that. So now what I'm going to do, I'll basically map it, and based on that we'll give certain style. So we'll take a class name, we'll do leading 70px, we'll do MB of 4, text 3xl, large text 4xl, and XL text 5xl. Also we are going to do font as medium. Alright, now here I'm going to do heading text dot split. I'm going to split it with space, and then we'll map it. So we'll take item, comma, we'll take index, and here I'm going to basically return a span. Alright, and here I'm going to just return this item here, and let's take some space. Alright, now here for this span we'll take a class name. So for this one we'll take a template literals. So now here what we're going to do, we'll basically check if this index is equal to, let's see here, so let's 0 1 2 3 4 5 6, something like that. Now these all the things whatever I'm doing, what like based on your convenience, you can basically change all of these styles. So here I'm going to do text, let's make this one as green main, or else this will be, I will do text as white, sorry, black, and I think this is fine. And now after this what I'm going to do, I'll take another paragraph, and I'm going to basically render this about me. So we are having data dot, I think we are having about me. For this one we are going to use a class name, we'll do text as black. Also we are going to do margin top of 4, margin bottom of 8, and we'll do font as bold. Let's save it, let's see what we are getting. Alright, so you can see that we are having this dummy data updated, and we are getting this color here on the last one. Alright, now next we have to basically render those two image, and on the right side you have to render the skills. So for this one I'll take another div here after this. So we'll take a div, and let's take a class name. So this will be grid, we'll do grid flow row, we'll do sm grid flow column, we'll do grid calls 1. For sm we're going to do, we'll do grid calls of 2 and gap of 8. Alright, now inside this we'll take animation wrapper, we'll use a class name. So we'll do class name is equal to, we'll do flex w full, and after this we are going to take motion.div. We'll use the same variant that we have done, so this will be set variants. And also for this one we'll take a class name, so we'll do height of full, width of full, and padding of 4. Now inside this we are going to take an image. So let me just import this about me image. So you are having import about me image from, you have to go to assets, and then this will be about image.png. So we are going to use this as a source. That's it. Alright, so after this we are going to use the alt, so this will be about me, and then we'll do layout as responsive. We'll do a height 414, width 508, and we'll do quality as 100. That's it. Alright, so this is done. Now after this we're going to take another animation wrapper here. For this one we'll make this one as class flex. We'll do flex item center, we'll do w full and p of 4. Now here again we'll take a motion.div, we'll set the variants as set variants. Alright, and then we are going to use a class name. So this is for to render all the skills. So we'll do grid gap of 4, grid calls of 3, we'll do height of full, max height will do 200, and we'll do w of full. Alright, so now here what we are going to do, we'll basically take the data and we are going to map the skills that we are having, but before that we have to split it because we'll be getting in a comma separated value. So this will be dot map, this is skill. Now here I'm going to return motion.div. Alright, now here for this one we have to create a variant, so we'll pass a variant and this will be skill item variant. So this we are going to create. Before that, let's give a class name. So for this one we'll do w full, we'll do flex, we'll do justify center and item center. Alright, and inside this what we are going to do, we'll take a button. So let's render this skill, and here we are going to take a class name. So for this one we'll do what we can do py. Let's take a py of 3, width as 160px, we'll do px of 6, we'll do border of 2px, then we are having border green main. Alright, then we are going to take a bg, bg of white. Alright, now inside this we are going to take a text. Text will be black. We are going to take font semi bold, we'll do rounded large. Alright, we'll do text as XL, we'll do tracking widest. For this one we'll do hover, and we'll do shadow green main. Alright, we'll do transition all, and also you're going to do outline as none. That's it. Now let's go here, and I think everything looks good. The only thing is that we have to create this variant. So now let's copy this, and now here what we are going to do, let's go outside of this and we can create here. So we'll do basically create a const skill item, and for this one we'll do a hidden property, and hidden will do y of 20 and opacity as 0. Alright, and then we'll do visible property. So for visible we are going to make the y as 0 and we'll do opacity as 1, and we have to remove this. Alright, so now I think everything is done. So now let's save it and let's see what we are getting. Alright, so this is fine. Let me just refresh this. Alright, I think there is some problem. This part we need to check. Sorry, I think we have to split it with comma. Now let's see. Alright, and also we can do another thing. So let's give some ellipsis here, and also I think there is some problem with the image, so that part also you have to check. But before that, let's do here, and we'll do white space, no wrap, we'll do text ellipsis, and let's make a overflow as hidden. Let's save it, let's see. Alright, so now this is fine. And also I think, let's see, okay, we have to give this one as source. Awesome. So now you can see that we are getting the data here. So this is the skills. If you try to add a new one, so let's say try to add here. So I'm in the admin view. Let me just log in. So do Sangam123 and the password is Sangam2023. So let's go to our about section. Alright, so let's add a new skill set. So I'll add here Java. Let's add it. Now let's go and refresh. So I refresh here. Let's see. Awesome. So you can see that Java is getting applied here. So now this is done. So this home page and the about page is now completed. Another thing I think we need to do here, and that is we have to give here ID. So we'll do ID here. So we'll give this one as about. Alright, so this is fine. So this part we have to check. So now this is going to home, and if I click here, this is going to about view. So now next what we are going to do will be start working on this experience section. So experience section will be basically both experience and education will be showing as a timeline view. So that part we are going to do in the next video. Alright, so let's start working on the education experience view. So let's go to our experience component. So we are having client view and then inside we are having experience here. Let's open this. Now the first thing what we are going to do, first we'll check whether we are passing the correct data or not. So we're having education data and the experience data here. Now let's log here and let's see what we are receiving. So we're having education data and the experience data. So we'll log it here. Let's go to console. So we're getting array of 2 and 1, so we are getting the data here. So now what we are going to do, the first thing is that we have to render this header, and this header component will be mostly same with this about me component, so no need to rewrite again. So first let's remove this from here, and here let's go to our about component, and then we are going to copy this wrapper here, we'll paste it, then we have to close this. Instead of about, this will be experience. Alright, now inside this what we can do, let me just close this here, and we can basically take, let's write it here, we'll take a div here, let's take a class name, so we'll do grid flow row, we'll do sm grid flow column, we'll do grid calls of 1, we'll do sm grid calls of 2 and gap of 8. Now inside this we're going to take a class name, we'll do a div and then class name of, let's make this one as flex column, and we'll do gap of 5, and here we are going to take the animation wrapper. Let's take a class name, so for this one we'll do py of 6, sm py of 16, and here I'm going to take a div. Inside this we'll take a class name, so we'll do flex column, we'll do justify center, item center, we'll do row start of 2, and sm will do row start of 1. Alright, now here what we can do, we can basically take the same h1 that we are using here also. So I'll copy from here and we'll paste it here. So the only difference will be, instead of header text, we're going to make this one as my experience. Alright, let's do and education, something like that. And here we are going to make this one if item index is 1 or index is equal to 3, and I think this is fine. Now here what we are going to do, we'll be rendering the item, and I think this is fine. Let's save it, let's see what we are getting. So we're getting this one here, so this is fine, but we have to bring this one in the middle. Okay, I think this structure is fine. Let's do one thing, instead of doing like this, what we can do, you will only show my experience here, and here we'll show my education instead of showing all at once. So what we can do, right, we'll remove this my and education part from here, and only we are going to check if this index is equal to 1. So on the left side we'll only show my experience, right side will show basically this my education. So I think for now this is fine. Now let's go here, and after this what we are going to do, we'll take another animation wrapper. Now here I'm going to take a div, we'll take a class name, we'll do flex, and we'll do w as full. Alright, now here what we'll do, we'll take a motion.div, so let me just import it first. So we'll do import from framer motion, and this will be motion. Alright, and here we'll take motion.div, and we'll take a class name here, we'll do container. Now here what we are going to do, we'll import timeline component, so we'll do timeline from MUI lab that we have already used this one, and this will take a property. So for this one we are going to pass a position which will be right. All right, now inside this, what we are going to basically do, we have to map the data that we'll be receiving. So receiving this experience data, so what we'll do basically this experience data and an experience data dot length, if this is true, or else this will be null, something like that. And here what we are going to map basically, so first thing we'll start with do experience data dot map. This will be experience item, and here I'm going to start with timeline item. So this is the first one, so we're having timeline item. Now after this you have to take timeline separator. All right, and inside this you have to take timeline I think it is dot timeline dot. All right, now here what we are going to do, we'll use a class name, so we'll do bg green main. All right, and here also we are going to use a timeline connector, so we'll do timeline connector. So for this one also we are going to use a class name, and we'll make this one also as bg green main. Alright, so this is fine. Now once the separator is done, we have to create the content. So to create the content we have to use this timeline content. Alright, and inside this we have to create the content. So we'll take a div here, and here we'll take a class name, we'll do border as 2px. Alright, p of 4, we'll do rounded as 7, let's make this one as 8px. Okay, and then we'll do border green main, and we'll do empty of 14px, and ml of margin left of, sorry, you have to take outside, ml of 16px. Alright, now inside this what we are going to do, we'll take a p. Now here we are going to take a class name, so we'll make this one as font bold, and we are going to render this experience item dot duration. Let's take another h3 here, and here I'm going to render we'll render this experience item dot company. All right, and here I'll give a comma, and let's take a space here, and after this we are going to take experience item dot location. For this h3 also let's take a class name, we'll do font extra bold, and we'll do empty of 2. Now after this h3 we are going to take another paragraph here, and I'm going to render experience item dot position. Here we'll take a class name, so for this class name again we'll use the same here, so we'll copy this and we'll paste it here. That's it. And at the end we'll take another p, and we'll do experience item dot job profile. And here what we can do, we'll give a class name, we'll do font extra light, and we'll do margin top of 2, and I think this is done. So now let's format it, and now let's save it. Let's see what we're getting. Alright, so you can see that we are getting the result here, and the same logic, or basically same structure we have to follow for this education wrapper also. Alright, so now what we are going to do, so after this let's do one thing, let's copy this whole structure, and we are going to paste it here. Now we have to change couple of things only. So this will be my education instead of experience, and rest everything will be same. This will be education data and an education data, and this will be education item instead of experience item. And here what we are going to render, so the first thing we are going to render education data dot year. All right, and then we are going to render college. This will be education item, sorry, and we are going to remove this, and at the end we are going to render the degree. So this will be education item dot degree, and we don't need this. All right, and for this one I think everything is fine. Let's save it. Let's see. Awesome. So you can see that we are having 2 educations, so we're getting the data. Now let's try to add a new experience here. So we'll go to experience, add a new, let's say software or web developer. we'll give company as, let's say, Amazon. Duration will give 2023 to present. Let's give a location here, India, and job profile I'll give the same here. So let's copy this and I'll add this info. Alright, so now we are getting this data here. So now let's refresh this and let's see what we are getting. So you can see that we are getting now 2 data. Now let's try to add another one. So we'll add software senior, let's make this one a software developer. We'll give company as Meta. Duration will give anything like 2023 to present. Location will give USA, and job profile software developer. And let's try to add this info. This is added. Let's go to our education. Let's try to add another one. So we'll give here MSc. See, anything based on your convenience, you just change this data. Here I'll give like 2019 to 2021. College I'll give dummy college. Alright, let's try to add this info. So it's added here. Let's refresh this. So you're getting the data here, and this is working fine. Alright, so now 3 section is done. Home is done, about is done, experience is done. Next we'll be working on project, and next at the end you have to start working on the account section. So let's start working on this project section in the next video. Alright, so let's start working on the project view. So let's go to our project component. I'll close this one from here. So we are having project here. Alright, so I'll remove this one. We are already getting the data from our main page.js file, and here let's use the same class that we are using here. So I'll copy this main wrapper class and we'll paste it here. Alright, now here inside this what we are going to do, we'll take our animation wrapper. Let's take a class name. So we'll do py of 6, sm py of 16. Alright, now inside this what we can do, let me just check. I think we can use the same that we are having, so this part from here. So we'll copy this and we'll paste it here. Now instead of heading text, we are going to do this one as my projects, and if the index is equal to 1, we are going to show a green color, and also we don't need this one. Let's save it, let's see. Alright, so we are having my projects here. So now what we are going to do, basically here we will be basically showing some kind of animation, that because you can have multiple projects, so whenever user will scroll on the x-axis, will be having some kind of circle, so will basically show the progress, that how much you have actually scrolled, something like that. How we are going to do that? So for this one, after this we are going to take a svg here, and for this one we are going to pass a id. So id will be progress. We'll do width as 100, height as 100, and we'll do a view box. So we'll do 0, 0, 100, 100. Alright, inside this we're going to take a circle, and for this one we're going to use a cx as 50. We'll do cy as 50. Let's make this one. Then what we'll do a r of 30. We'll do a path length as 1, and at the end we'll do a class name. So for this class name we're going to use a stroke, and we'll do this one as black. So normally this will be black. Now let's copy this circle again. Alright, and now here what I'm going to do, okay, let me just first import this motion. So we'll do import motion from framer motion, and here after this we are going to take a motion dot circle. Let's say I'll close this one. Now here I'll copy the same thing from here. Alright, let's paste it here. Now instead of this stroke, we are going to use stroke as green main. Alright, and also we're going to use a style here. So for this style we are going to pass a path length. Now this path length will be how much we are progressing. So this will be scroll x progress. So for this one what we are going to do, we'll take a ref here. So we'll go top, so we'll const ref, this will be equal to use ref of null. Alright, and here also let's use the variants that we are using in all the other places. So let me just copy these variants from here. So we'll paste it here, and also we'll use this same logic that we are using. So let me just copy this and we'll paste it here. That's it. Now here what we are going to do, we will basically import something, and this is called use scroll. So this is a hook. Now here you have to pass a container property. This container will basically, this will track this container based on this ref that will be passing. Let's make this one ref, or let's make this one container ref. So this will be container ref, and here we'll be getting this scroll x progress. All right, you can see that. Let's format this. Now next thing what we are going to do, so let's go here. So after this we are going to take another animation wrapper, and here we are going to take a UL. Let's take a class name. So for class name, I already created a class here in our style. I'll use the same here. So this is project wrapper. I can use the same using here, but I already written, that's why. If you want, you can convert this onto Tailwind and then you can directly use here. So I think this is fine. Project wrapper, and also we'll do a here also you have to pass a ref as this ref. So this will target this particular container. I hope you are getting. Now inside this what we are going to do, we are already getting the data here. So this is the data, this is the project data. So we can basically check if this data and data dot length, if this is true, or else this will be null. So now here what I am going to do, we'll do data dot map will be item, and here we'll also get the index, and we're going to return li. We'll give key as index, and here let's use a class name. So we are going to do w full flex item stretch, and we'll do cursor as pointer. Alright, so now inside this we are going to take a div here. Let's use a class name. So for this one I'll do border as 2, we'll do w full. So after this we're going to use a relative, we'll do border green main, we'll do a transition all, we'll do rounded large, flex, and flex column. Now after this what we're going to do, we'll take another div here inside this. Alright, now here let's take a class name. So we'll do flex, we'll do p of 4 flex column, we'll do xl flex row. Alright, we'll do w as full, we'll do item stretch, and we'll do xl item center. Alright, now here we'll take another div. Let's take a class name. So for this one we'll do flex, we'll do order of 2, for xl we'll do order of 1. Alright, now here we'll take another div, we'll use a class name, we'll do flex column. Here we'll take h3 and we'll render the project name. So this will be item dot name, and here we are going to use a class name. So for this one we'll do text 3xl, we'll do text black 600, we'll do capitalize, and we'll do font extra bold. That's it. Now after this we are going to take a paragraph here, and we are going to render this item that what time you have created. So this will be item dot created at dot split, and here we are going to split with t, and we are going to take the first item here. And for this one also, before that let's take a class name also. So we'll do text sm empty of 2, we'll do text black 500, we'll do capitalize, and we'll do font as bold. That's it. Now after this we are going to take another div here. Alright, and we'll take a class name, so we'll make this one as grid gap of 2, we'll do margin top of 5, grid calls 3, height of full, we'll do max height as 200, and at the end we are going to do w full. Now here what I'm going to do, I'll basically render the technologies that I've used for this particular project. So this will be item dot technologies dot split. Sorry, you have to make this one as split. So we're going to split with comma. This will be dot map. This will be item. Sorry, we'll give this one as take item. And here what we're going to do, we'll take a div here. Alright, and here I'm going to take a class name. So for this one what we are going to do, we'll do a w of full, we'll do flex, we'll do justify center, and we'll do item center. Now for this one what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the same structure that I've used for these skills. So you can go here and you can copy this button component that we have created, and we can paste it here. That's it. Alright, now here what are the things we need to basically change here. Let's see. For now I think we can remove this width, and instead of this skill we have to render this take item, and I think this is fine. Now what else we need to basically do? So now what we are going to do, we have to also first let's check what we are getting. Let's save it. We are getting use memo. Alright, so we have to import this use memo here. Let's see. Alright, ref is not defined. Sorry, we have to use we are using ref here. So let's see, we have to use container ref. Alright, let's go to our about project, and we are having this Amazon clone here, and this one, let's make this one as width as 160 only. So we'll do, if I do width as 160, how this is looking. Alright, let's see here. I think we have given, let's give width here 160 px. Yeah, I think this is fine. Also let's make it how much we can do. I think this is fine. Let's go here. Let's remove it. How much? Let's see. We'll do 100 px. This is fine. And what else we can do? 100. Let's see if I do a little bit. We'll do 80 px, and here let's make this one as 80 px only. Now the only change what we are going to do here, we are going to make this one as text xs. Let's see if I now save this. Alright, this is fine. Now if I now increase it, $120. Yeah, I think this is fine. Let's make this one as 120 only. 120, and here I'm going to make this one as grid calls of 2 instead of 3, and I think this is fine. Okay. Also here it is coming between. I think we have to make this one as flex start. Yeah, so I think we are using item center here. Let's see, we will do item justify start. Okay, now I think this is fine. Alright everyone, so now what we are going to do, we already having this format here, so we need some button here and below. So let's do one thing, let's take another div here. So we'll take another div and let's give a class name. We'll give this one as absolute. Alright, and let's give w full. Bottom we're going to give 0. We'll do justify center and we'll do flex and we'll do gap of 2. Alright, now inside this we are going to use button. So the first one will be our website link that we will be using, and then at the end we'll be having another button, and this will be our GitHub button. Alright, now for this one let's use the following class name. So we'll do class name, we'll do padding of 2, we'll do text white 500, we'll do font semi bold, we'll do here text as 14px. Alright, after this we'll use tracking widest, and then what else, we'll do bg green main, we'll do transition all, and we'll do outline none. Alright, the same class we are going to use for this button also. Let's format this and let's save all of this. Let's see what we are getting. Alright, so this is fine. Let me just check. So I think text is not getting. Alright, so now this is fine. So now what we are going to do, basically on click of that, it will go to that particular link. So for this one, let me just log this data and let's see what we are getting. And also I don't think we need this set variant in this, so you can remove this part. So now let's log here this data. Let's see. Alright, so now if I now remove this, think we are getting this one. So we are having this GitHub and the website. So what we can do, we can basically take const router is equal to use router, and then here we can basically do something like this. So we'll give one click and this will go to router dot push and it will go to this item dot GitHub. Now same for this one, sorry, this will be website not GitHub, and for this one this will be GitHub. Let's save it. So now let's see what is happening. If I now close this and let's say try to click here, so you can see that it's going to this netflix.com, and if I try to click on this GitHub, I think for GitHub also we have given the wrong item dot. Alright, so I think we have given same link for both. So basically based on your convenience you can change this, and I think this is fine. Now let's check on another thing, because currently we have only 2 projects. So let's try to modify here. So what I'm going to do, this is for some testing purpose. So I'll create another so this is only for testing. So I'll create another variable here. So this will be let updated data, and this will be, I'll just destructure this data multiple times. So let's do it 4 or 5 times. So I'll copy this 3 4 5, and then I'm going to use this data here, and let's paste it here. Let's save it and let's see what we are getting. Now if you see, if I scroll down, if you see, this is happening. So if I go to at the end, so this circle will be full, and then based on that this progress it will show, and this is looking very nice. Alright, so now I think this is done, and now based on your convenience you will be able to change it. So let's say I'll add a new something here, so that will be automatically reflected here, correct? So let's check that one whether that is working. So I'll go here, add a project 3, and technologies I'll do React.js, Next.js. Website I'll use the same that I'm using here, and GitHub also. Let's try to add this. So now this is added. If I now refresh this, although we are just copying all of this, but we will be able to see the updated data here. So you can see we are getting project 3, and the data is now updated, and this progress and everything is working fine. All right, another thing we need to do, we'll go to the top, and then this one we have to give this one as project. All right, so this is another thing we need to do, and I think almost everything is done. And let's go to experience. I think we have given this one as projects. Let's save this. So now if I try to go to projects, I think this is not working. Let me just check what we have given in this navbar, or else we have to fix this. So we've given projects here. Okay, there is some issue. So if I now click here, it's not going. So this part we are going to fix in the next video, but for now the main structure is actually completed for the projects. So now at the end only one part is left, and that is contact. So that we are going to do in the next video. So what basically we are going to do, if you think that okay, so how if some person is visiting this particular website or portfolio of mine, how they will contact me? So generally we usually have some kind of email service, and based on that they will be able to send email. But here I am going to do a very interesting thing. You can see that we are having this contact here, right? So what will happen in this contact, we'll be having a form. Whenever any user or any HR, let's say, try to contact you, so they will give their info, and once they'll submit, we'll call a backend service, and then that info you're going to store here. Because this is an admin website and you are the only person that will be having access for this part, it will be very easy for you to track down that how many person basically reach you. So you'll be able to see all the information here, and from here you'll be able to take the Gmail of that particular HR or basically the person try to contact you, and based on that you will be able to contact that particular person. All right, so let's see how we are going to do in the next video. All right, so almost everything is done. So before that, this issue we need to fix. So the reason is because in the navbar we have given this one as capital project. So let's make this one as small. So this will be project, and here we are going to make this one as project, and now this should work. So now if I try to go to projects, it's going to the projects. So here we are having some issues, so this part we are going to check. This is because of some spacing. But let's start working on the contact page first. So the first thing is that what we are going to do, we'll be creating a models. So here I will be creating another file here. So let's give this one as contact.js. So I'm going to import mongoose from mongoose, and then we are going to do const contact schema. This will be new mongoose dot schema. And what are the things we need? We need a name, which will be a string. We also need email, which will be a string, and also we need the message that the person is sending. So this will be also a string. And here what I'm going to do, I'm going to pass the timestamp as true. All right, now here we'll do const contact. This will be mongoose dot models dot contact, or this will be mongoose dot model of contacts. Let's make this one contacts, comma, we are going to pass this contact schema. Then we are going to do export default contact. Awesome. So now next go to our API, and here we are going to create two folders. One will be add and second one will be get. So for add, let's create the route.js. So for this one it will be exactly same, so you can basically copy from somewhere. So let's copy from here, and here I'll paste it. Now the only difference will be instead of contact, this will be, sorry, instead of about, this will be contact. All right, this is done. And next we are having get. So for get also this will be exactly same, so we'll copy this and we'll create a new file. So this will be route.js, and we'll paste it here. Instead of about, this will be find all the contact, and this is done. Alright, so now this is done. Now next thing what we are going to do, we start working on the front end part. So let's go to our components. Then we are having contact. Now I'll just close everything else here. Alright, now here let's do one thing. The first thing is that we'll use the same wrapper class that we are using. So we'll copy this from here and we'll paste it here, and we'll give an ID of here. Why this error is coming? Or ID is already present, so we'll make this one as contact. Awesome. So now next thing, we'll go here and let's do one thing. Let's copy this part from here, or let's go to our project section. Yeah, I think we can copy the same thing. Copy this one from here, paste it here, and it will take another div. Instead of my projects, we'll make this one as contact me, something like that. Let's format it and save this, and let's see what we're getting. Alright, we're getting internal server error, so you have to run this. Alright, so we are getting contact me. So now what we are going to do, we'll create the form controls. So we'll go here and let's create our controls. We'll create controls here. So here the first thing we need a name, so this will be name. Then we are having a placeholder. This will be enter your name. Alright, and next we are having a type. Type will be text, and we are having a label. Label will be name. Let's copy this and we'll paste it 2 more times. So name will be email, enter your email, type will be email, and label will be email. And this will be message, enter your message, type will be text, and label will be message. Alright, next we'll go here, and then what we can do, let's do one thing. Let's take also animation wrapper here. So we'll do animation wrapper, and we are going to cut it, and let's use a class name for this one. So we'll use a py of 6. Now after this we are going to take a div. Let's take a class name. For this one we'll do text gray 500. We'll do here relative. That's it. Now after this we'll take another div. We'll use a class name. We'll do this one as container, and we'll do px of 5. Now we'll take another div here. We'll give a class name. We'll do this one as w full. Alright, now here we have to now map these controls that we have created. So this will be frex wrap, and we'll do -m of 2. So now we'll do controls dot map. This will be control item. Now here what we are going to basically check, if this control item dot name, if this is equal to message. So in this case what we are going to do, will be rendering a text area, or else we will be basically rendering we will be rendering a input here. Alright, so what we can do, basically we can take another div here, and then inside this we'll take a class name. We'll do padding of 2, w of full. Then we'll take another class name here, and here we'll do class name. We'll do this one as relative. Alright, now here we are going to take a label. Inside this we are going to render this control item dot label. Alright, and for this one let's take a class name. We'll do text sm, and we'll do text gray 500, or let's make this one as a black. Alright, after this label we are going to take a text area. Alright, now here we are going to take id, which will be this will be control item dot name. Then we'll be having a name, which will be control item dot name. Alright, then we'll be having a value. So for value we are going to take a state here. So let's take a state. So we'll do const data, or let's make this one as form data, set form data. And this will be use state, this will be use state of initial form data. So here we are going to do const initial form data. This will be equal to name, which will be empty, email, this will be empty, and also we're going to do a message, which will be also empty. So now here we'll go and then we'll pass, this will be form data, of this control item dot name, this will be value. Also have to take on change, so we'll do take the event, and this will be set form data. Sorry, this will be set form data, which will be the form data, this structure. And here we are going to basically do what you can do control item dot name, this will be equal to e dot target dot value. That's it. Also let's take class name. So for this one we are going to take a class name. We'll do w as full, we'll do border green main, we'll do border as 2px, we'll do bg as white. Alright, we'll do rounded, we'll do border, I think border we have already taken. What else we can do? We'll take a height of 32, we'll do text base. Alright, we'll do outline as none, and we'll do text as let's make this one as black. Alright, we'll do py of 1, ex of 3, we'll do resize none, we'll do a leading of 6. Alright, and we'll do, I think for now this will be fine. I think this is enough. Now next thing what we are going to do, we'll copy the same structure. So let me check here. So where is that? Okay, so here we have to take, so here we'll copy the same structure and we'll paste it. Okay, now instead of this text area, this will be input. I think we can self close this one. Now here we don't need this resize none, this is not required, and rest everything will be same. Alright, now let's save it, let's see what we are getting. Alright, this is fine. The only difference is that, okay, I think we need to remove the height from these inputs. We'll remove this one. Let's save it, let's see. Awesome. Okay, so now this is done. So the only thing is left is basically we have to take a button here. So now let's go here. So after this we'll take another div, we'll take a class name, and we'll do p of 2, w as full, and here we are going to take a button. So we'll do a button, and this will be send message. And now for this one I think we are using button in some other places, right? Which one to use? I think we'll use the same, or let's write the class name better. So we'll do here py of 3, large we'll do py of 4, we'll do px of 12, large px of 16, we'll do text white 500, we'll do font semi bold, we'll do rounded large. Alright, then we'll do text 2xl, we'll do tracking widest, we'll do bg green main. Alright, and we'll do outline as none. Let's save it. Awesome, so now we are getting send message. So now I think everything is done. So the only difference is that only thing is left is basically we have to send this message, and that message we have to get it in our contact. So what we can do simply here we'll take another state. Alright, so this will be const so success message, and we'll do set so success message. This will be use state of false will do. Now here we'll go to this button, we'll take a on click, and we'll do handle send message. Alright, now here we are going to create this function. So this will be async function handle send message, and here this will be const response await. Now here what we are going to do will be basically using this add data, and here we have to pass contact, and then we have to pass this data, which is basically this form data. Alright, and also we can do another thing. So we can basically check const we'll do like is valid form. So this valid form will basically check that return this form data, and then form data dot name not equal to empty, and form data dot email not equal to empty, and form data dot message not equal to empty. If this is not, that means this will be true, or else this will be false. So now let's see what we are getting. If I now log this is valid form, let's see what we are getting. Open console. So this is false now. Alright, so I'll give some value here. So this is not true. So now what we can do, we can basically check here. We'll do disabled. So disabled will be if this is false, so is valid if this is false. And here what we are going to do, we'll do disabled, and we'll do opacity as 50. Let's save it. Let's see. If I now refresh this, so you can see that now this is disabled. Alright, so now what we can do, we can basically already calling this. Now let's see what we are getting in this log. Response, contact response. So now let's go here, and now let's go to our console. So this will be contact response. Alright, so I'll give my name here. Let's say Sangam. This is sangam@abc.com, and I'll message here, I am very impressed by your portfolio. I want to discuss more on one of the projects that I am working, something like that. Now let's click on send message. Let's see what we are getting. See, we are getting data saved successfully. So if data saved successfully means we have to reset this form, and we will show some kind of message here that your message is successfully sent to the to Sangam or something like that. Successfully sent we can show. So you can basically do here something like if race is and race dot success is true, we'll do set form data as initial form data, and set so success message will be true, but we have to show it for, let's say, 1 second or 2 seconds. So what we can do something like, we'll take use effect, and we'll take this show success message as a dependency. So we'll check here if this is true, then what we can do, we'll take a set timeout, and then after, let's say, 1.5 seconds, we'll make this one false again. So we'll do set so this one as false, and then after this what we can do, we can basically come here and we can check if this show success message is true. So we'll show some kind of message like your message is successfully delivered. Okay, and here we'll use a class name. Let's use a text of 14px. We'll do font as bold, and we'll do margin what we can do, we'll do margin top of 8px. Let's see what is happening. Now I'll try to send another message, john@gmail.com. Hey there. Now let's send message. See, this is delivered. Now we are not getting anything. This is fine. So now this is done. So only thing what we need to do, we have to basically render these messages here, so that whenever you log in your admin console, you will be able to see that which are the like the persons that basically try to contact with you. What we can do, we can go to our admin view, and here I think we can basically call this data on page load. So let's do one thing. Let's take another state here. So we'll do const contexts set contexts. This will be use state, of empty. And then what we are going to do here, we'll do what we can do. I think we are already having this extract all data. I think we are using somewhere. Yes, so here we are already saving this data, I think somewhere here. So I think we don't have to do anything else. So I think then we don't need this one also. Let's see what we are getting in this. Let me just check. We are having some state here, set all data. So we are having this all data. Let's see what we are getting in this all data. If I log here all data and let's save it, let's see. Alright, let's go to education. Let's try to refresh this. Alright, so we are getting home. Now if I try to go to contact, let's see. See, now we are getting contact, and here you are getting these two information. So Sangam is actually try to contact with you. I'm very impressed by your portfolio. You can see that we are getting the email. So these data we can basically render here. So what we can do, we can go to our tab view, and here we are going to pass the data. So here we'll do data, which will be this all data, and then all data dot, I think this is contact, right? So this is the contact. So now we'll be receiving the data, and we can go to our admin view. Let's go to our contact, and here we will be receiving the data here. So this will be our data. So now what we can do, we can simply map this data. So this will be data, and then data dot length, if this is true, or else this will be null. And here we can basically do data dot map item, return a div here, and we'll keep it simple. So we'll use a class name here. We'll do flex column gap of 5, and for the this div we are going to padding of 5. We'll do a border. That's it. And now here what we are going to render, so we'll take 3 p here, and we're going to render the item dot name, and we'll do item dot email, and then we are having item dot message. That's it. If I now format this, let's save it, let's see what we are getting. See, now these are the person actually contact you. So we are getting the data here. Let's go and let's add another one. So let's say I'll add James. So this will be james@gmail.com. Hey there, this is James. I want to talk about one opportunity. I think spelling is wrong. That I have, something like that. Now let's send this message. Now let's go here. Let's go to projects. If I go to contact again, and you are getting the contact, all the contact. Awesome. If you can do one thing, you can also add a button here, contact, and on click of that you will be able to open a mail, something like that, and you will be able to contact this person. See how we have done. So now these also will be able to manage, because you are the only admin. So I think almost everything is done. Alright, and also on click of that we have to navigate to this particular contact section, so that part also we need to do. So let's do this one in the next part. Alright everyone, so the thing that we have to do, basically on click of this you have to navigate to the contact section. So what we are going to do, let's go to this React scroll official doc, and I think here we'll get this scroller.scroll to. Right, let's copy this. Now let's go to our navbar, and here we are having these buttons. We'll take one click, then we'll paste it here. Now we can remove this part from here, and here we can give this one as contact. We also have to import this from React scroll. Let's format and save this. Let's go back. If I now click here, so it's going to the contact page, and I think everything else is done. So by that I think we have completed our section and your project. So also you can do another thing, you can give link to each of these particular icons for corresponding your like social media addresses. So what you need to do, just give that router.push method and then pass the link that you want to give for each and every section here. So I think that's all for this particular video. I'll add the source code in the description. If you like this particular video, give a like, comment down, and please subscribe to my channel. I will see you in my next video. Till then, good luck and peace.